Welcome, everybody, to episode 2 of Dead is Better, a Savage Worlds zombie survival apocalypse horror live stream RPG experience. Um, with me this evening are our first four survivors, who, if you will recall from last week, were on the good ship Pinnacle on its maiden voyage, having won a cruise that actually turned out to be a cruise with a timeshare appointment. They all successfully navigated the rigors of the timeshare appointment and then soon found themselves accosted by a sick gentleman in a corridor. And, all hell broke loose. And if you'll recall, at last they found themselves in the security room on one of the upper decks of the ship Pinnacle. The glass shattered from a fire extinguisher thrown through it. The body of security personnel severely deaded at this point. His head clicked nearly clean off and then shot as that did not seem to incapacitate him, to the horror of everybody present. And you find yourselves with Jason Kirkman, the head of security on the ship Pinnacle, who has just armed you when the elevator doors ding open behind you. And out walks Captain Romero and six security guards. Captain Romero takes a moment to survey the scene, the kicked-in security door, the shattered
Was that
glass.
the jerk that came at us?
Is who the jerk that came at you? No, he's dead. He was.
Romero.
No, that was the owner.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Sorry.
no,
Go
that
ahead.
yeah, that's
Sorry. I'm in the field.
Forsyth. Yes. No, there's the captain. There's Kirkman, the head of security so far, and then there's Forsyth, the man that owns the ship and has set it out on its voyage. Right? But at any rate, the captain takes a minute to again survey the scene here, taking in all of it, right? The dead crewmen, right? And everything. And he says, "Does somebody want to tell me what the fuck is going on my ship?"
I point to Kirkman.
Yeah, Kirkman says, "Sir, there's been a situation." Well, clearly there's been a fucking situation. What is this? And then he takes a glance at you all and notices that you are armed and says, "Why do these civilians have weapons on my ship?" Kirkman says, "Man, there was a situation. Allow me to explain." There is fucking nothing to explain here. This is ridiculous. What is it that you are doing? Why do these people have guns? Take their weapons, right? And the six security guards move forward to take your weapons.
I'm gonna start talking. Uh, Look, sir. There was an attack. Uh, I don't know how, but these people are sick and they don't respond to pain.
You gave this woman a
They
gun?
attacked us.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I may not look like I
He's
know how to
completely
shoot,
ignoring you.
but I can.
That is not there are protocols and procedures. Kirkman, what on God's green earth were you thinking? You know, civilians, firearms, cruise ship, dead guy, right? This is not a set of
Captain,
circumstances.
Captain, have you been
Do I
down to
notice
the
if are
CRI?
the six guys armed?
Yes, they are, and each one of them is, like gun out. They're not pointing them at you, but they're certainly readied as they're moving forward.
I keep my hands up.
Yep.
Captain, have you been to the infirmary yet?
No, but I have had reports. And there is absolutely nothing that could be happening on this ship that would justify you having a gun right now, sir. We have a capable security crew.
Do we still have the body near us?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's seen that, and he's also seen the bullet wound in the head and that its head was near clean cooked off. There's a pool of sticky gelatinous blood. Yeah, no, it's hard to miss at this point. Like, he's seen the destruction to his ship, right? He's seen Kirkman trying to explain, but clearly, this is not the kind of situation that is supposed to transpire. And so what is going to happen here is that Mary is going to select her character again and get it in Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
So that I can give everybody a Benny, because this will be one of the first experiences where you guys are railroaded. Now, I understand that the prospect of you being unarmed and escorted somewhere at this period is probably not on the top of the list of things that you want to do. So as a result, all 4 of you get a Benny.
Okay.
And you are disarmed of at least 1 weapon each. If you have 2 weapons on your person, you can attempt a stealth roll to hide one of them.
Stealth's my best roll.
Let me look and see if I even have stealth.
I don't think any of you have stealth. This is...
I do! I'm gonna try it.
Oh, I guess doesn't everybody get basic stealth? You
it's
should
a
have basic
basic
stealth.
one.
Yeah, it's a default.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, because everybody
Nope.
can kind of try and be
I'm
sneaky.
gonna try and...
Now remember, at any point you guys are free to spend one of those bennies. You can drop one of those, re-roll.
Do I have 5 bennies?
Drop it.
Yeah, you have 5 bennies
Benny.
right now. Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to use one, but I
Alright.
don't know how.
Well, you drag it off your character sheet into the chat, or you can just right-click on it in your
roll with
character
a
sheet.
natural 1.
Excellent, excellent.
It was a 5.
There we go.
Ah,
Excellent. Sean and
I think
Mike,
Sean and Bowser got
or
it.
Bowser, yeah, you can both hide 1 weapon. The rest of you are
You wanna
completely
keep your gun? I'm gonna keep
disarmed.
my club.
Yeah, I'm keeping the gun.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah,
You can
I'm
have
gonna keep the club.
my billy club.
So you guys
I got one
are
already.
disarmed, alright? And, you know, they're distracted by the gore. They're not doing a real pat down, visible weapons. Which explains why a couple of you were able to get them, you know, in real quick. I think Captain Romero, he's talking with Kirkman some, and they're murmuring and angrily and looking over at you. And Captain Romero says, "Alright, we have no choice. We got to confine everybody to quarters until this is under control. If we do have some kind of outbreak here, we can't have people wandering freely around this ship. Escort these people down to their cabins."
No.
Sir, I'm a deputy sheriff. If I can assist in any way, I would really appreciate.
You could assist by complying at this point, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
If you guys would feel more safe, feel free to share a cabin until this blows over. We're not going to make you go to your assigned spots, but you're not going to hang out here in security with all these weapons and this compromised, and you're certainly not going to come up to the command deck. Again, you guys are just, you know, 4 cruise ship passengers that he stumbled in on a gun and, you know, all that, so...
Captain, will you be accompanying us down to our cabins?
No, but 1 security guard for each of you, I assume, will be more than sufficient to see that you make your way there and stay there.
Is it possible to... Are there any open cabins anywhere not on the floor with the infirmary?
This is almost completely booked, man. There's security guards posted outside the infirmary. You will be completely safe. I understand your concerns, and you know what? Anything you order to the room is free for the evening. How about that? Now, thank you,
That
and
sounds lovely.
have a good evening. And with that,
Can we still see security guards like on the cameras, like by the infirmary? Like, is he telling?
Yeah.
I mean, so the cameras flash between the various spots, you know, with a infrequent nature, right? So it's not likely. You know what? Give me a notice roll at -4. Lots of frames going by. You got guys with guns. You're hiding a weapon. Anybody that wants to try and notice the infirmary state via the monitors can give me a notice at a -4.
Yeah,
3 and a 1, Mary. You gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it. Makes it
Yikes.
a -3, so.
One of the fantastic things about Savage Worlds, for those of you watching, is that even impossible tasks can sometimes be accomplished via the exploding dice mechanic. whenever a dice rolls its maximum value, you get to roll it again, and that can go on and on and on and on. We've seen a 27 on a D4 so far in our adventures together. It happens.
26.
26, yeah.
Yeah.
At any rate, Mary, congratulations. You do see that there are 2 guards posted outside the infirmary. And also that there seem to be guards patrolling, escorting people to their rooms.
Okay.
You get the impression that it's as locked down as it's gonna be. But also, I'm not sure that any of you, as yourselves as rational people, would be 100% like okay personally or feeling especially safe. In fact, anybody with the psychologically unstable hindrance currently should probably give me a roll on the fear table.
Do we need to make a spirit roll?
Yeah, make a spirit roll and then give me a roll on the fear table. That's right.
Okay. Let me see. I want to see if this applies. No, it's only to an attack of my will. So let me get that roll.
Oh,
Yikes.
fuck.
Get a roll
It's
on
a
that
D8.
fear
Can I take a
table.
Xanax? Can I take a Xanax?
You can if you go back to your room where your Xanax are located, yes. But currently, you are just freaking the fuck out, Sean. Like, these guys are manhandling you, right? You've just seen several people killed, right? Somebody tried to attack you, right? I really doubt any of this is within the scope of your former experience, right? So, yeah, you're not handling the situation well. You're slapping the guys away from them. I'm not gonna say that
Also, I
you're
was just handed a
hysterical,
gun,
but
which is
like,
like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, it's like the antithesis of what you got going on. So yeah, you're not in a good state right now. Mary, you rolled an 8. You are vulnerable currently. And we're gonna make that last for an hour.
Damn it.
Yeah, you just
Because I'm angry. I've got
yeah,
a temper.
well, you're not focused right now. Yeah, these guys have pretty much belittled you, right? They not only are you being mansplained to, but you're being authority-splained to, right? He's pulling rank. He doesn't know a goddamn thing about any of you, and just assumes his role in the situation, right? So yeah, of course, you are upset. Let me get vulnerable on you.
And he took your gun.
And he disarmed you. And I imagine you probably had that stashed pretty good in the chair combo there, so somebody had to really do some reaching, you know?
They would have I could literally hide it under my seat.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
But they got
would
it.
have, yeah, bastards.
At any rate, are you
Get a
guys
key
going to
strip.
go to your individual rooms, or are you going to pick a room and assemble? Mind you, Sean is going to be brought there against her will.
I say we all go to Sean's room.
Mine is handicap accessible. So as far
Well,
as
they're all
access to
handicap
bathrooms,
accessible.
They are?
Yeah, it's
oh, this is advanced shit.
well, it's the suites,
Shit.
you know. They have to accommodate all kinds of folk. I'm not sure I'd call it advanced if you recall the elevators kind of didn't work and the phones aren't really, you know.
Well, yeah. It's just usually most places only.
Oh, I'm
have
sure
a
there'd be
handful
one
of
room.
handicap
Yeah, one
rooms.
room on the floor.
Yeah.
No,
Yep, I'll stick with the group.
the Pinnacle was built forward facing. You know, it's a real progressive design conceits. I don't know, universal
Gotcha.
access, you know. But so you guys find yourself in Sean or Mary's room?
Mary's if it's different.
I'm probably gonna stick with Mary. So wherever, like, just kind of, us, yeah.
Are you going to attempt to persuade them to allow you to get your pills or anything from your rooms?
I'll probably just quietly slip away, or just be like,
well, there's
right
no
back,
quietly
guys.
slip away at this point. No, they're definitely.
Well,
First of all, you're
just be
not
like,
in a
I'll
compliant
be
state
back.
in this situation. No, they disagree with your contention. You won't be back. You can give me an opposed strength roll, but that would be, you're wrestling against the guy that's escorting you.
So security, they're keeping us in the room?
Well, that's the
Yeah.
idea. Yeah, they're going to put you in a room, and then you're going to stay there. Yeah,
And we
because the
can't
ship is
leave,
being
so
locked down.
I'm gonna try and persuade.
All right, let's get a
Gonna try.
persuasion roll.
I already hate him, so I'm not gonna be upset if I piss him off. All right, here we go. What is with these rolls today?
Yeah, no,
I rolled great last time.
ma'am, I'm gonna need you to shut up and go to your room. All of you in there
What's
right
your
now.
name?
Greg.
Okay, Greg. Just gonna give him a look like
He
memorizing
he puts his name
everything
tag
about
on
him.
there. Yeah. There you go. Does that make you happy? All right. In the room, everybody. And the door closes, and you all are in a cabin now with some time for reflection. So it has
Does the
been.
door? Can we lock the door?
Yeah, you can lock the door. They can't lock it from the outside, but it's assumed there are people, there are guards patrolling the hallway at this point. They're getting everybody into their rooms.
Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty safe space right here. I mean, it didn't look to be attacks with weapons, so.
I can't wait till I get back on land.
But I am locking the door behind us after we get in.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's a suite meant for a single person, right? So there is a single bed. There's a table with a couple of chairs. There's the adjoined little bathroom cubicle. There's a TV on the wall. Little tiny porthole window that doesn't open. You can see that a pretty significant storm seems to be gathering outside as well. The sky's really gray. Water's picking up. I mean, it's hurricane season, right? And you are, but there was nothing on the weather forecast, so. Last you heard, which is a couple of days ago at this point.
Has internet been restored or anything like that?
You would have to check your devices.
Okay, I'd like to do that, but seeing as Sean is freaking out, I'll get in my med bag and say, can you do antihistamines? I have an anxiety reliever that I can give you, no problem.
I think so.
I'll get out one of my hydroxyzine tablets and give her one.
And does this have a? Well, here, let me.
Is there a mini bar inside this room?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be over there.
Excellent. Yeah, he said anything in there is on the house right now. So I mean, you can crack those little bottles, and they aren't $7 a pop.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill my pockets with as much whiskey as I can, and I'll offer a round to everyone.
Yeah, now it's a whiskey kind of night, right? It's gonna be rough sleeping in the very least.
Yeah, I do check my phone to make sure it's working. If it is, I need.
So yeah,
I need to make a text message.
The Wi-Fi is real spotty. It says you have a great cellular signal, though.
Okay.
All right. I immediately text my supervisor back home.
Yeah.
Let him know I've been involved in an attack on the cruise ship. That there was some dead people.
Failed to send. Network busy.
Ah, son of a bitch.
I want to check my phone signal, but I don't think texting is gonna make it through. I would have gotten a cruise plan where
right.
You can basically get if you're out of the country,
right, you're not paying foreign minutes. Yeah.
Horribly. So I'm gonna look online to see if there's any news.
Yeah, no, the Wi-Fi is real. I mean, it starts to load a site and then stops, says failed to load. It's certainly not the $80 you spent on the package,
And like our hotspots won't work either.
Uh, not for. I mean, the internet. You have great cell reception, but no, nothing's. It seems like it should be functioning, right? Like you have full bars,
Yeah.
right? Things start to load. You get that start to load, and things just hang and fail to load. Try again.
Do the TVs work?
Yeah, I mean
Okay,
it turns on at least.
well, could I try to get like a news channel or something?
Yeah, you definitely could.
Okay.
No, actually, I've changed my mind. You can't. No. Oh yeah, because I have in there, don't I? There we go. I was like, I'm bad for this.
Listen to your battery-powered radio for instructions and information concerning community services. Stay away from damaged areas and areas marked radiation hazard or hazmat.
That's the same warning they gave us before.
The
Some kind
length
of
of your
outbreak.
stay can range from a day or 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the extent of the contamination.
Is there a phone in the room? Like
Yeah. All the rooms have a phone, landline.
All right, let's see. I tried dialing the operator to the ship.
Yeah. It picks up. Can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Room
I'm having
service?
Actually, no. I'm trying to get an outside line.
Yeah, I'll connect you.
All
And
right.
yeah, she connects you, and then the phone goes dead.
Shit. I dialed back the operator.
Hello, how can I help you?
Yes, I tried to get an outside line just a second ago, but the phone line went dead.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, sir. Here, I'll get you connected. And she puts it over, and this time you get a dial tone.
I call home to my ex-wife.
We're sorry. All lines are currently busy.
Ah,
Please
you
try
son of a
again
bitch.
later.
I don't like that.
You guys should try some of this alcohol. Take your mind off of it.
That reminds me, I have had quite a bit of alcohol tonight.
Yeah, you're probably all getting
Yeah.
real weary-eyed. You've been up since 6 a.m. It's after midnight at this point.
That's when I do my best drinking.
Right? Well, who doesn't?
Is there like any like a coffee or tea like little station in the building?
Did you take that hydroxyzine?
Oh, did you? I don't know what you were looking
Yeah.
up yet, but is there like? I
It's
don't
just
know
a
the
50 milligram tab. It's basically a souped up Benadryl.
Common side effects include dizziness, drowsiness, blurred vision, dry mouth, stomach upset, or headache. So we got 6 of them there, so why don't you roll a d6 for me?
Oh man.
Oh, well,
Good.
that's not so bad. You've got cotton mouth. Like,
Okay.
well, I mean, you're just making no saliva. Your tongue's sticking to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
Your teeth all have a texture.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be trying to drink some tea or water. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
is there
it's
any
got that
green
little,
tea
like,
in the,
instant
that can be?
coffee station, you know,
Yeah,
with a
I'm gonna
little
be just
terrible coffee
chugging
maker.
it.
Just chugging coffee?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're not trying to
No,
sleep at all?
tea. No, tea,
Oh,
tea, tea, tea,
tea?
tea. I'm trying
Okay.
to tea, like some green tea to. That's what I do when I'm trying to calm myself.
Oh, so you
Green
don't,
tea.
you're not
Or
looking for
just
pep. You're looking for...
no. I'm trying to keep myself
Yeah, excellent.
calm.
Of course, for sure. So, yeah. They have a variety of, like, those celestial teas. You know, they got the sleepy time and the mint and, you know, among the yerba mate. That's actually a pretty impressive tea selection.
Okay, well, I'm going to town on that.
Excellent. Tea and whiskey. Tea and whiskey.
No whiskey.
No,
just
whiskey for Bowser.
frickin-
Those are the beverages of
Oh
the hour.
yeah, he can go to town on that. I don't care.
How much whiskey you had, Bowser? You filled your
2.
pockets. You probably got 16 little bottles there.
I haven't drank them though,
Yeah, no.
but I've
But
drank.
they're not
like
all whiskey.
2
I
of
mean,
them.
there would be like 4 whiskey, 4 vodka, 4 rum. you know, or
Yeah,
gin.
so everything but tequila is what I'm taking.
Oh well, there wasn't any tequila in what I listed there, so you're fine.
Good.
Although I don't know, cruise ship tequila probably, but you know. At any
Yeah,
rate,
not my style.
Skibba, are you gonna try and call again?
Only thing I can think of now, dial the operator again.
How can I help you?
Security, please. Kirkland.
I'm sorry, sir. Security's currently indisposed. Can we send somebody to your cabin?
No, I just want to leave a message with Kirkman and let him know that the people here are with today and what room number we're in case he needs us.
I will try my best to. I don't know him personally, sir. I can relay a message to the security department for you.
That'll work.
Excellent. She takes notes and claims that she's going to do so. So the room number you're in and then the names of the people in the room with you. Information is
10th
that?
floor.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's been about 45 minutes you guys been in the room now.
I am gonna get my computer open
Mm-hmm.
and I want to record every single thing I can remember about what has happened so far.
Yeah, alright. Is anybody mildly irritated by the self-recitation into the laptop while they, yeah, Sean, are you trying to sleep at this point? You're trying to bed down?
Well, I'm just trying to, yeah, or just, I'm probably snoozing. I'm on the floor, crisscross applesauce, up against the wall, and I'm trying to like sleep or meditate or whatever. So that tip tapping is, yeah. I'm just gonna be like opening one eye and just be like, stink eye.
Alright, alright,
I'll
And
move
maybe do
myself.
that.
I'm gonna move into the bathroom
right, excellent.
and
Blocking
finish
the
it
whole
out.
bathroom
so
now, I
not...
hope nobody has to poo. It
Well,
get real
at least
awkward.
it's
Y'all
not
barely
gonna
know
take
each
too
other.
long.
It's not
for
going to
me
take
to
too long, because, in fact,
type.
you hear a blood-curdling scream echo down the corridor. It sounds like it couldn't have come from a couple of rooms away. A woman in distress, and the sounds of struggle as well.
I stand up and open up the door and peek.
Yeah, there is no security guard, but if you peek down the corridor, you can see two people struggling with somebody in the doorway of a room and a woman shrieking.
Skibba, what are you doing?
They're attacking.
Yeah, but safety, like staying inside. You said it was safest in here, and you're letting the door open.
Do I see any weapons on these two attacking the woman?
So it's two guys that seem to be wrestling with somebody. You can only make out their arms in the doorway. The screams of the woman seem to be coming from within the interior of the cabin itself.
All right, the guy, I gotta go. So I'm out the door.
I'm shut the door and locking it.
I have a gun in my lap, and I'm sitting against the wall, facing the door.
Yeah, but as you come out into the corridor, it is pretty clear that these two gentlemen are wrestling with somebody that looks as though they shouldn't still be wrestling. A big chunk of his face is missing so that you can see his exposed teeth and gums. A flap of it hangs down at his jawline. His shirt is covered with blood, staining the white, a deep dark red. Not the fresh bright red of flesh blood, but a sanguine, almost brown and coppery. These guys are clearly, they have no idea what they're doing.
But I noticed that it is one of the infected.
Yes. Yes, I mean, it's pretty clear at this point, unless it's somebody panicking from some serious injuries.
I'm gonna run up and just kick the hell out of him.
All right. As you make your way up the corridor at him, full sprint style, the wounded fellow reaches down and bites one of the guys square on the forearm, his teeth puncturing the skin. He's got his jaws locked on the arm itself, and the other guy's trying to pull it out, but it's clamped too tight there. So, what would I want? I would want an athletics roll from him. No modifiers. These guys have him pretty well held still. If you're trying to, like, straight up, like, yikes. You,
Tired.
Do I get a bonus for multiple people?
for the gang up bonus, not currently, I'm afraid, because they're not necessarily allies of yours at this point. They are neutral parties. But you slam into the side of the pack, attempting to disrupt the whole movement of the thing, and it's just the wall and the tight confines of the space. All you do is join the fray.
You need to hit it in the head. Hit it in the head.
All right, and with that, we are going to issue our action cards. For those of you unfamiliar with the Savage Worlds role-playing system, initiative is dealt through playing cards, which is super neat and thematic, and also allows for things like Joker bonuses, which we'll explain when we get to them, but it's tons of fun. Alright, speaking of Joker bonuses, you hear the lady in the room scream, "Dad, why? What are you doing? Stop!" And, it is Mary's turn to hang out in the room and listen.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure the door's shut.
Yeah, it's shut
And locked.
and locked.
Then I'm gonna see like things that aren't bolted down. I want to try to find.
You got a comforter, some pillows, the aforementioned coffee maker, little bars of soap and shampoo. I mean, there's not a ton. The stuff that Sean or you brought into the room with you.
Ironing board?
Yeah, sure, there's an ironing board. Yeah.
I'm gonna get that out and look into how put together it is. Is there like screws in it or anything that I could possibly start trying to take it apart? I have basic tools to fix my chair that I bring with me everywhere.
So, your standard, like, fold-out ironing board, right? We're talking, what, like 2, maybe 3 pounds of aluminum and cloth and plastic, right? Like, if you disassemble this thing, it'll be at the x-axis of the hinge legs. God, they're getting fucked up there, and you're talking about ironing boards, right? You hear this? But at any rate, right, you would not be able to fashion just a weapon worth half a damn from that. There's not enough weight, you know? Like, the damage comes from the heft of something, and even swinging the ironing board as a whole ass thing, I mean, you're still 4 pounds maybe tops of cloth, plastic, and hollow metal tubes.
So I see what she's doing, and I'm just going to tell her, just use the iron, it's heavier.
Ding! Yeah, the iron.
I'll just give a nod.
The iron is a much better weapon there. Yeah, it comes to a sharp point, right? And it definitely weighs 5 pounds, has a solid metal bottom. It's an improvised weapon. It'll be a small club that'll you have a -1 to attack with, but still it's better than, you know. You're gonna fan him to death, you know?
If you swing it around, it's a lasso with a thing or something.
There you go.
Spin around.
You got a mace? Yeah.
Yeah.
Skibba.
Also, I need to be taken off of prone. I still have status.
Do you? I don't know. I kind of like you prone. Go ahead.
That's what she said. I am going to wrestle. No, not wrestle. I'm going to start punching this thing
In the head?
Doing the. I need to separate them from the fastener. So actually, like rib shots and stuff like that, big meaty parts I can actually hit.
Well, the one dude closest to you is bleeding out of his forearm, and still has the thing
So
in his
he's
mouth.
not here.
Huh?
Yeah. So he's actually actively biting right now, like
Yeah,
grappled.
he's got his mouth on the dude, currently grappled with that dude, yeah.
Yep, I just want to start wailing on him.
All right, let's start punching the zombie. I'm assuming in the head.
Oh, sure, I'll call the shot.
Since he is currently grappling, it'll only happen at a -2.
Better than nothing.
Big money, big money, big money.
Yikes, no. I mean, his head's lolling because the guy's trying to pull his arm out, right?
I'm gonna use another I'm gonna use another Benny.
All right,
I
blow
can
a
better
Benny.
now.
Let's re-roll that.
All right, -2.
Excellent. Still not
Dang it.
enough, man. It's a chaotic scene. The struggle, right? Guys bleeding, screaming. The woman in the room is just sobbing uncontrollably, right?
That's a hit.
Just a hit.
Oh, no, shit. Never mind.
Oh,
Parry too.
cool.
Hurt her.
Yeah.
Going against Harry,
Yeah.
not against
Oh, not only that, I should have the crowd bonus too.
Yeah, at this point, you know what? I'll give you it. That makes sense.
All right, so unarmed strike damage.
Nice.
Excellent, yeah. And the thing lets go of the guy at his mouth and, is thrown off balance. It's clearly not concussed or whatever, but it's definitely going to need a moment to right itself and recalibrate its whole, approach and thought process to life. So, moving on. Bowser, that's coming from outside the door.
I'm going to rack the pistol that's in my lap.
Yeah, all dramatic.
No, just. And then I'll just sit there and watch the door.
Excellent. Male passenger 2 is going to attempt to fight the fellow despite the wound to his arm and lashes out in a TV girl punch that somehow just wow. It was, his wrist was real soft and his palm was out, but the zombie's head moved just the right way that it was just as solid as he could get there. That's
Shot
actually
him on the button.
discouragingly impressive.
It's the highest roll tonight.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And oh hell, so I'm going to have to use one of you guys because they don't appear to have attack rolls.
I think we all have unarmed.
Yeah, I gave
My
it to you
weapons
guys.
were taken.
Yes, they were.
You want me to drag it on him?
No, I got it here. This took me way too long.
There you go. I like what that's doing.
Oh my lord. So yeah, just rolled a 28 on a d6.
This guy's
which
some kind of monk.
is 5 wounds. I totally I did not describe this guy well. Did I say that it was an ineffectual girl punch? No, it was. The problem was that it happened so fast that I, as the humble narrator, couldn't even see it. It was on a whole other level.
Well,
Right?
his forearm snapped as he hit, and then the bone
Right.
caught him went through his skull somehow.
No, so what happened was we had described how this guy was missing a big chunk of his teeth and his gums and teeth were exposed to ragged chunks of flesh, right? It had clearly snapped some of the ligature in the jaw, the initial wound, because when this guy connects with it, the thing comes around and it just snaps shut. The cerebellum there was clearly damaged by the blow, and the thing quivers and falls into a heap, dead and anticlimactic as fuck.
You sound like Sean during the during the Deadlands.
Yeah.
Like trying to explain something that's ridiculous.
Right. No, I mean, what do you do? I didn't think that, oh man, I didn't even have time to play the Get Involved music. I had a soundtrack called Get Involved for when you guys were like, you know what, we've got to help. And then,
Well, you're gonna have to hold that for a while.
You've totally overestimated us.
right, yeah, no, well, I mean, I did tell you to role play yourself, so I'm glad that nobody outside of the actual honest-to-God cop went out and played
Mhm.
cop there. But,
No, I've only got so many bullets here.
the,
And I wouldn't expect anybody else to do it either.
people have poured out of their room at the sound of commotion now and are gathered angrily in the hallway, observing this now dead gentleman on the floor. And the fellow that didn't get bit, that helped you, is like, what the fuck was wrong with that guy?
This is there's something going on. This is the third person that we've run into. There's some kind of infection going on.
Everybody give me a notice roll. Well, no, just Skibba, actually, because everybody else is still in the room watching CNN or whatever.
Yeah.
CNN wouldn't work.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
man. Skibba, I don't know what you...
Another Benny.
Yeah, you got a
I'm gonna use
little...
them
No,
all.
you can't, actually.
No,
you
you can't.
cannot
Oh,
re-roll
damn.
critical fails in this system, I'm afraid.
Damn.
But I will give you your
never
Benny
mind.
back.
I appreciate it.
My Benny back, Benny back, Benny back.
So, angry and confused crowd of people panicking in the tight confines of the corridor. Skibba, you are, trying to, take assessment of the situation. You're talking to this one dude. You look down, you look up, and the fellow that got bit is nowhere to be seen.
Damn it. I look in the room, the woman that was screaming out for her dad.
It is dark, but you hear sobbing coming from the back of the room.
I find the wall switch close to the door.
Yeah, it comes on, still sobbing and a little muffled when the light comes on.
Ma'am, Deputy Skibba,
Nothing.
are you okay?
Quiet sobbing. She's obviously trying to contain herself, but he just helped kill their dad.
Okay, this was her father. That's what I wanted to...
Oh yeah, let me unmask the room too here. Yeah, no, he's 100% gonna die first.
You think?
We will miss you.
Will you?
Gone but never forgotten.
Every stream needs a hero, right?
We're not that.
Yep,
But
glad it's
Skipper
you.
is. Glad it's you.
I look over to the male passenger that's still with me. It's like, is that your room across the hall?
No, man, I was just walking to find the bar.
During lockdown.
Go. How far away
There's
is
a
your room?
lockdown?
Yes, there's a lockdown. There's supposed to be security out here in the hallway. Can you find?
I thought
Can you
those
find the
dudes were
phones?
escorting drunks. That's why I dodged them, bruh. Trying to get a little hammered tonight. Well, I was before this shit. Jesus.
I'm about to say, you got two choices. You can stick with me, or you can go to your room and lock it down.
Bro, I think I'm gonna hit the bar in my room after this. This shit is getting 1 star on Yelp. I can't believe this. This is outrageous.
If you see anybody covered in blood, just go the other way.
You don't. Yeah, you too, bro. Sounds like great advice.
I wish. I'm gonna step into the room.
Yeah, you immediately die. No. Sobbing appears to be coming from a cupboard. It's like a little space they give you to store the clothes, a little tiny wardrobe. It's not a full closet, but...
I clear the room, make sure there's nobody else in it first.
Nobody else. It is trashed. Curtain rods torn off the wall, beds is in a disarray, luggage everywhere, broken glass.
All right. Do I see any kind of weapon or anything like a lamp or anything I can pick up?
I mean,
So-
there's an iron, as we've established now canonically. But you
It was
weren't there
probably
for
in
the
the
iron,
cupboard.
so I don't know. Would you think of the iron? Give me
Yeah.
a smarts roll.
No, I'd be looking for a lamp.
No, they're all fixtures,
But
man. You know, it's a cruise ship. They're not gonna.
I got you. All right, so I'm gonna go knock on the cupboard. Is that ma'am?
A little shriek
Hey.
from inside, and then the crying stops.
I'm Deputy Skibba with the sheriff's office.
Please get my dad.
Your dad's gone to get help, I think.
I'm gonna. Is he okay? He wasn't well. He
Oh,
tried to hurt me.
How old is the kid?
I don't know. She's in a cabinet, yo.
she's in the cupboard. It's like, ma'am.
Small enough to
All
fall
right,
in a
so
cupboard.
what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the covers off the bed, the blanket, and go cover up the body on the floor outside the door while I'm talking to her. Say,
I want my dad.
I understand. I understand. But we have a group of people. We're going to try to take care of you. Are you okay? Did he hurt you?
He hurt my shoulder.
Oh, crap. All right. Is it okay if I open up the cupboard? It's just me out here.
Are you gonna hurt me?
No, ma'am. Miss, I would never.
She
I'm a
peeks
police.
open the cabinet door. 9, 12, something like that. Young. Not a teen.
And is she injured?
Yeah, she appears to be nursing a wound on her shoulder.
Yeah. All right. I get her out of the cupboard and sit her on the bed.
She's, sobbing and scared. But sits down on the bed. Won't stop clutching the half of a curtain rod that she has in her hand.
You keep that on you. Is it okay if I look at your shoulder real quick?
She nods.
All right. I've removed the shirt just from her shoulder, just so I can take a close look.
It's a
See the
bite
type
wound.
Nah, son of a bitch. But I really don't know what that means yet. Can I make a smarts roll to see if I figure out if it's an infection from people trying to bite each other?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think you're starting to put 2 and 2 together there. Like if it is a disease thing, right? Like bodily fluids seem like a reasonable contagion vector, which also, upon this revelation, might make you reconsider your general stratagems pre-melee combat with the undead.
Yeah, I'm clear. All right, man. What I'm gonna do is you need to stay in this room. I'm gonna leave and go get some help. I want you to lock the door behind me.
Will you please get my daddy?
I'll try to find him.
1 second here. Let me make her make a notice roll.
There's a blanket. It's a blanket.
Yeah, no, there's a blanket with a lump under it for sure. No, you've done that very well, and I appreciate your civility and decency in this moment. But yeah, I'm not sure. That strange man telling her she's going to get her daddy would keep her from looking at the, lump. Oh, look at that. It's unskilled, though. Alright, excellent. Even with the Joker bonus, she does not manage. Yeah, so she is comforted. Are you going to... So he died in the doorway. You want her to close the...
Well, I'll move it out of the... Scoot it
Wait,
out the door.
did you do that previously, or are you like, hey,
No.
honey, look at the
I
wall?
I would.
Drag,
in all honesty,
drag.
I would have. I would have covered it with a blanket and
Alright, so it isn't a blanket in the
everything.
hall for the sake of this poor
my
fucking
God.
girl. Oh my god. And she locks the door behind you, trying really hard not to look at the pool of blood.
I never even got her name.
Oh, jeez.
It's Sarah Gillespie. Just because that had to happen. I don't know why.
Literally.
Yeah. So, you
Alright.
go out into the hallway as Kirkman and the same 6 security guards come out the elevator and, cordon the scene off. And by cordon the scene off, I mean just piss off everybody. What the fuck is going on? We didn't pay for this! What is this? Why? There's a dead guy in the fucking hallway! We're supposed to be safe out here! Is it terrorism? I think it might be terrorists. And Kirkman says, ladies and gentlemen, please, I need you all to go back to your cabins. I assure you everything is being taken care of. We have the situation under control. And nobody is buying it.
Kirkman, I need to speak with you.
That's great, but I have a situation to handle here. We just now got the infirmary situation You know what? In fact, everybody to your rooms now. Anybody that resists is going to get locked up and sent to the brig, and you'll spend the rest of the cruise there. Right? And this seems to compel some people to go. Right? And he says, you 4, come with me. Well, you, Skibba, and then goes to the cabin, knocks on the door, and says, you 3, come with me. There you go. Yeah.
We don't open it. I shoot twice through the door.
No.
No, I do tuck the gun though.
This
so
isn't
you can't see
Deadlands,
it.
man. It's not Deadlands.
I know.
There are laws right now. They
There
won't
are.
be for long. But
We're in international
hey,
waters.
That is out of character information, and I will not have it. No.
Hey, Kirkman,
No,
I need to inform you right now.
You
that
can inform me
I-
on the way.
This is priority. Dealing with the person that's right outside the store. There's a little girl in that room. His daughter. She's been bitten.
All right, we'll get her
There's
sent to the
also-
infirmary.
I don't know if you noticed what's happening to the people that get bitten around here. That's how the infection spreads. I told her to stay in the room and lock the door. That
Well,
might be the best course.
Then it's best that we keep her there.
All right,
Is that the only person?
No, there is a USC type fighter that ran off. He got bit by this gentleman out here in the hallway.
You're saying gentleman 6'3", about 190 pounds, wearing a tap-out t-shirt?
Yeah, that guy.
All right. Excellent.
Just a roid monster running through the halls.
Well, come with me. We can review the security footage. We'll match it up with the faces on the passenger manifest, and we'll figure out where he's crewed.
All right.
But I need all of you to come with me right now.
If they don't want to leave the
there's
room,
a key card. Beep beep. Click.
Hey, wait.
we're all prepped with our weapons.
Yeah.
Just
Hey, it's Mike. Hey guys, just don't shoot. Kirkman wants us to go with him.
Shoot.
okay.
They took our guns. Don't you remember?
Okay, don't hurt me.
I say as I tuck the Glock behind my back.
Right, because that makes sense. He is silent as he leads you guys to the elevator and then down 2 levels to the lower decks of the ship. In fact,
Is that where the brig is?
to get to the level that he got to, he had to punch in a code for the elevator to travel. You're in the sub-levels with the crew below everything currently. And he walks... Yeah?
Can we see the code?
Oh!
Yeah, can I kind of see that?
Skibba on a 9, you definitely... You saw the code. Are you ready for it?
Ready.
324614.
Got it.
Got it.
Well, I mean, Skibba noticed it. The rest of you, I'm afraid, did not. So, Skibba got it.
Hopefully he wrote it down.
Yeah.
All right. moving on.
Scratch it into your arm so you remember.
Yeah.
He
Okay. Yeah, I just rewatched the Twitch, so I got it twice.
Well, who is listening to the stream with volume right now?
That was me because I wanted to make sure I got the number right.
Oh, that's a dick move.
Yes.
Well, so is reading it super fast, Will.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would be beep 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 beep. You know, like we're
What's
emulating.
the notice? If the die says I did it, I did it.
Right, you did. Yeah, well, but having seen it is one thing. Having retained the deet 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 deet, that's what the now you have to. You know, that was the idea. But moving on, he is silent as he leads you through the lower deck, past the security checkpoint, through the main security room. Turns out the place you were at previously was just a little security, station. All right.
It was for the plebes. It
For
was
the
like
plebes.
For me.
Right,
Yeah.
and he leads you into a conference room down a corridor that contains a series of cells. There are 3 of them along the wall to your right, as you are led to a conference room with a large oval table and 6 chairs seated around it. The walls here are unadorned with anything. Thick, simple paint. There is a large mirror inset into one of the walls.
Oh God, we're in a freaking. Ugh.
He gestures for all of you not currently seated to take a seat around the table, and
I'll take a seat.
sits behind the desk and stares at all of you.
I take a seat.
Just gonna give a little wave.
So, what the fuck is going on? I know you guys know what's going on.
I was hoping you could tell us.
Listen.
The captain throws us in this room
Listen.
and then there's screaming.
Listen, I'm the one asking the questions right now. I saw you guys on the security footage dealing with Mr. Haynes. I saw you interact with him. You, sir, Deputy Skibba, is it? Moments before he fell ill, I saw 2 of you go over and interact with him afterwards. Then suddenly, you're the first people on the scene to report his assault. Highly suspicious. So why don't you guys tell me what's really going on? Because what I know for sure is that the impossible is happening right now. These people are dead.
Okay.
People are dead and they're still moving.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are my only lead, so why don't you spill it to me?
Sir, I can't tell you anything other than
it's an infection. That's all I know.
We have no idea other than to see what has been happening. People are getting bit.
I've got security reports of you guys being on the scene over and over and over again with these situations. I stumbled across you guys behind a secure perimeter, having broken into a staff-only security area and arming yourselves. Ma'am, you requested computer access.
Yes.
So why don't you tell me what's really going on here? Because this is ridiculous.
Really
there are too many coincidences.
Yeah, correlation.
We're trying
is
to
not
protect
causation.
ourselves.
Okay. I'm sorry. In that situation, we thought there was a terrorist attack going on. We were walking back to our rooms after the dinner, after our wondrous timeshare opportunity, and we walked back. There was a woman walking towards us from the infirmary, just saying loudly, "Everyone's dead."
I've seen you guys on the footage.
Well, then you know as much as we do.
You do see where our rooms are located in relation to the infirmary, right? Our involvement is purely coincidental to what's happening.
I am a 22-year-old from the Midwest.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I haven't even gone to college yet.
Okay.
For Kirkman.
No, but I mean, which one of us are you wanting?
You and Skibba. You've been doing the talking.
I just sit brooding in the table.
And if you notice, the reason why we went to the security room was we had Mrs. Haynes' wife, and that's where, if the infirmary was under attack, we went to the security room to notify security that there was an attack.
Oh, it didn't add my ace.
I think a 7's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, I just-
you got it. And did
Okay.
that ace? It's a D8 you rolled there, and you got a 7 on it.
Yeah, but then I had the wild die, and that was it. I rolled a 6.
Oh, I wonder why that didn't. It should have aced.
Yeah, that's why I was saying something.
Well, it could have
Interesting.
aced and then just went, just got a 1.
That's true. It could have been
Maybe the
7 as
same.
well. But
Mhm.
moving on. So there we go. Now we're actually moving on. Mary, he is impassive to your line of debate, but I mean, like, with no offense to you, right? The idea of
Yeah.
some young gal in a wheelchair being a terrorist, right? It does just smack of fucking ludicrous, doesn't it? I mean, like, maybe this
Yes.
is like the perfect cover, right? But he has gone from hostile to neutral,
Okay.
just generally.
I
He's
am not bending at all. I am
right.
maintaining my ground. I am not causing him to even think that I am trying to play him. I am not showing any fear here. This is just I am 100% just.
So do you guys
This
agree
is
with me?
what's going on.
I mean, is this what I think it is?
Yes, it's what you think it is.
I mean, how could that be? We kicked that
Infections
guy's
happen
head
all
off.
the time.
We kicked that
Yeah.
guy's head off, and he was still chewing. That's no
Well,
reflex.
I
That's
mean-
no, post-mortem response. That's
Well, and
We don't
if
know everything about
if
the
something,
human brain.
yeah,
his
and if
fucking
something
eyes
is,
fixed on me.
it's
The
got to be
brain
some
controls
kind of
everything.
infection.
And if it infects the brain to control, go almost in a.
I have
animalistic
never heard
way.
of an infection that would keep a head moving after it had been removed from a body.
Oh, fuck
Viruses
that.
mutate all the time.
No, there's that. I mean, you're talking about bath salts and crazy shit and people eating
That is
other
a
people.
step beyond bath salts. That dude's
Oh,
head was
I,
hanging
I'm.
on by a thread. I had to shoot him. It was
You
John.
think
Or Jason. It was
we're
Jason. We'd worked
clear?
together for 2 years.
Dude, we're not arguing with you here. We understand it's impossible, but that's the situation we're in. And the more time you spend on trying to figure out how it could happen, the less time we're spending on how to fix it.
Well, regardless, help should be coming soon. I've put in a request to call the Coast Guard, so
Good.
Thank
should
God.
be en
I'm
route.
kind of worried though, sir.
You and me both. I've never seen anything like this.
Well,
I
if
did
it's
2
happening
tours
on the
in
coast-
non-political war. You know,
There
Well,
ain't
thank you
nothing
for your
like any of
service.
this in my county.
Well, here's the thing though, we try and use our cell phones and it goes instantly to all calls are busy.
Oh,
So if
absolutely. Do you have
There
any?
has to be something going on the mainland. Do you have radios, anything?
you guys can't get an outside line?
No.
No, I've even
tried.
called the operator from the ship, and all circuits are busy.
Yeah, she said that, oh, I'll connect you, and then nothing happened.
That doesn't even make sense. And he's mid-finishing that thought when the door to the security room slides open, and in walk Mr. Forsyth and Captain Romero.
Oh, I'm gonna hurt him.
You'll recall Mr. Forsyth as a well-to-do gentleman in a fancy tailored suit with perfectly coiffed black hair graying at the temples, little pencil mustache, right? The owner of the Pinnacle cruise ship on its maiden voyage here. And he completely ignores you guys. Captain Romero gives you a curious glance. He's like, why are these guys here again? But Forsyth goes
I'm gonna
immediately.
smile and wave at him, just like,
Right,
hello again.
Yeah. Mr. Forsyth walks up to Kirkman and he says, I understand you've requested that Captain Romero call the Coast Guard. Well, that's right, man. Whatever's happening on the ship, sir, it's putting everyone in serious danger. I see. Well, I have instructed the captain to deny your request. You know,
Are
Kirkman
you
shoots up to
kidding
his
me?
feet. He says, "You did what? Whatever is happening, I expect you and your men to handle and contain the situation. There's absolutely no need to alert the Coast Guard." Are you out of your mind?
Oh
We have
my
crew
god.
dead. There are passengers dying. I don't even know what the hell is happening to the dead. Never mind. And I approved you to the position and maintain it for a reason, Mr. Kirkman. I expect the situation handled from within. The very
Sir,
last
we're
thing we need is the
eyewitnesses.
Coast Guard. That is enough out of you, ma'am. You're right, Kirkman says. This is the first thing we need. It ain't the last thing we need. We need him here right now. You know, Mr. Forsyth steps back and smiles. And everybody give me a notice roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's dick. Sorry. I hate mansplainers. God, I hate mansplainers.
Hey, there's the dice. So everybody but Sean, there is something strangely predatorial about the grin he issues in response to Kirkman, standing up for himself and the crew. Mr.
Oh,
Kirkman.
I'm going in.
Yeah. I'm going to stand up and say, listen, fuckwit, I don't care if you own this ship. I don't care who you are, how much money you have. We're calling the fucking Coast Guard, and we're doing
Is
it
your
right now.
business worth 2,000 lives?
Is your
I don't
business
think it
worth
is.
your life? Because I'm about to fucking take it from you. Get the hell out of the way.
Did you just threaten me, sir?
Yeah, I did.
You're
And
threatening an entire cruise ship because you don't want your business to end.
Captain Romero, throw this man in the brig.
Captain, I swear to God, if you don't get the fuck out of my way, I am going to kill you too.
Captain Romero,
We're done with this shit.
Shoots a look at Kirkman and kind of goes. And Kirkman says, "Hey man, hey, keep it cool. Everything's cool here.
Yep, I agree with Kirkman.
There's-
Let's
There's
stand
no
down.
need for this to escalate. Let's just
It's
let the
about to
man.
escalate.
Let's just let the man finish. We're gonna talk. We're gonna get the Coast Guard here. Like hell, we are. We're gonna
We
get the
are
Coast
going
Guard
to.
here.
Absolutely.
We're gonna get this situation sorted. Just please calm down. Calm down. The very last thing we need is more bloodshed than we've already
Yeah.
had tonight."
We do not need the violence.
And Mr. Forsyth is just, I mean, his face is red, his neck veins are bulging. The indignity, of this whole situation is really getting to him, and he is scowling at you. And
I'm standing shoulder to shoulder with Kirkman.
he turns back to Kirkman and he says, "As you know, the Pinnacle is my pleasure ship. You understand that? It's mine. You, Captain Romero, all the way down to the assistant chef, all work for me. And I've entirely too much invested in this enterprise to watch it all go to hell on the maiden voyage due to your incompetence. I expect this situation to be dealt with and contained, and I expect it to be done within the next 24 hours, or I will hire someone who can. Have I made myself clear? You have no idea what... Have I made myself clear? Yeah, man. Yes, you have."
Captain Romero, can I ask you a question?
Captain Romero, is standing behind Forsyth, and he goes... And, he says, "Good. Now, to the rest of you, with the exception of this fellow, I, apologize for recent events, and please enjoy the rest of your cruise. If you need anything at all, don't hesitate to ask one of the staff." And he fires that grin where his mouth goes, but his eyes stay dead.
I'm just gonna whisper, pussy ass bitch.
Mr. Forsyth is gonna
Romero.
take a notice roll here. Oh,
It's about to take a
yikes.
fucking bullet.
He notices and he goes, and walks out and says, "Romero, come with me. Kirkman's going to solve this."
Captain
And Romero shoots a look back and goes, "No." And him and Kirkman exchange a knowing glance, and he follows Forsyth out.
Just remember who you're responsible for.
Kirkman sits back down, furious as the door closes, and fumes in silence for about 30 seconds. And then he looks up with this look of just, you know, despondence, you know. And he says, that asshole's gonna get everyone killed.
Yeah, he is.
But what, Kirkman? I have to know: is the captain an actual honorable man? I mean, he's the captain of the ship. Surely,
I mean, we've been
his
on with him for
responsibility.
2 weeks so far. I mean, I've been doing crew security for a couple of years, but this is a new ship, new crew. He seemed all right so far, but I've never seen the man under pressure. We all know who
Sure.
pays our paychecks, though, and I don't know.
Well,
Surely you don't get
paychecks
paid enough for
out
that.
the ass. This is duty.
I do not get paid enough for this. No.
And
I-
one paycheck, it's not worth 2,000 people.
I don't know if you folks had anything to do with this or not, but
No,
I swear we didn't.
we're innocent bystanders that got mixed up in this.
I think
This.
I know a way to find out whether or not you are. You've seen these things. You've come into contact with them.
Yes.
Effective immediately, I want you to work closely with me and a few of my loyal guys. We're going to keep this amongst ourselves. I don't think we can trust the whole crew.
I don't think you can either.
We need to
especially after
contain
what-
this, regardless of that idiot's reasons. Whatever's happening, if it spreads too far, we could be looking at 3,000 people dead here, ourselves included. And this is a seriously confined space.
Containment is
call
nice.
The
We need
Coast Guard.
call. We need communication.
We
with
do
the
need to
outside
call.
world.
We do need to call the Coast
That's
Guard. I agree
priority.
100%. I think the captain is going to pursue that, but
He's gonna have to be careful because dipshit McGee is a fucking idiot.
he is all of that and more. Apparently, he always struck me as a little pretentious, but this is outrageous. This is on a whole nother level. I don't understand what he's thinking. He's not taking
He's
this
worried about his
seriously
own
at all.
ass.
His reputation, this ship.
I say we throw him overboard and call the Coast Guard.
How
I'm
many?
sorry, but 3,000 people is gonna put a whole damn damper on your reputation.
That it is. That it is.
All right. I do have some questions. If we're gonna contain, how many reports are we getting? I mean, is it limited to just that floor?
Well, I need to check the
Ye-
situation. I've been indisposed watching you guys now for a while and reviewing the footage before. I'm about an hour out of the loop. About 1:30 in the morning at this point.
God, I am so exhausted.
Yeah, you guys been up since 6 a.m. Maiden day of the
Fighting.
cruise ship.
CPR.
Fighting, CPR, adrenaline's been going. I mean, you guys are definitely afraid at the end of your rope at this point. And he
I
turns.
kicked a man's head off
You kicked a man's head off, indeed.
his body. Yeah.
Speaking of kicking a man's head off, did you know we currently have 99 followers? Why, any one of you watching right now could be follower number 100. It doesn't give you anything special, but boy, it would make us feel nice. Alright, moving back. Terrible segue, but amazing.
I'm not sure what that has to do with kicking, but
So,
Well, if you want to see us kick more heads in,
that's right.
follow
Heads
us.
in every Friday. But until I kill one of these guys, which, speaking of, Kirkman turns on his radio for the first time since he's been down here, and it immediately comes to life as a panicked security officer on the other end reports a breach in the medical suite. The very same infirmary that, they were storing the people that died in. And with that revelation, we're going to take a 10-minute break because we are midway through our stream. So, everybody, get super excited because I'm really going to try. I am really, really going to try and kill one of these. So yeah, we will be back in a moment. Thank you so much for watching, and all the ways you can support are fantastic. If you don't pay for the show, that's amazing. You can tell people about the show, right? You can get involved that way. You can join the Discord, become a member of the community, get yourself backstage access, harass all the cast members. No, you can't do that, but you can do a lot of other stuff.
right here.
You could be
could play
on
this.
this very
Yeah.
show because we're gonna kill people and then
Yeah,
new people are gonna
join
come in.
us.
Role play
One of
yourself.
us.
I can't
Live
last
here.
much longer.
That's true. Skibba here is too heroic. He's gonna die. But we will be
Yeah.
Yeah,
back
we need a
in a
replacement.
moment. Follow and join the Discord if you're interested in participating. But we'll see you.
wasn't first.
All right.
Okay.
We are back. Thank you for sticking with us through that. And our very first scheduled ad break ever on the stream. But we ran an ad.
Woo!
I made like 4 cents there, so I want to personally thank all of you that
Hey.
contributed by staying. So, Kirkman's radio has sparked to life. It has indicated from a security office panicked that there's a breach in the medical suite. You hear, the things have gotten loose, and there are numerous casualties. Kirkman's eyes go wide as he stares in disbelief at all of you. He had told his men to secure that door until they could figure out what to do with the bodies that were packing up rapidly, and if they were overwhelmed, well, then things just went from bad to worse, didn't they?
How many bodies were in there?
Yeah.
Let's see. There were the security guard, there was Mr. Haynes, there was Mrs. Haynes, there was
The doctor.
The doctor.
there were the 2 nurse attendants, there was the man in the corridor from the scene we just had, and those are the ones just off the top of my head that I know of. 8, 10, maybe 12?
Not even the ones that were still walking around outside that may have been infected.
Oh
Are
shit,
you
yeah,
able
that guy.
to-
We haven't even looked into that guy.
Yeah.
A baker's dozen.
Are you able to lock down bulkheads and doors electronically from this room?
No, we'd have to go to the bridge for that.
And I doubt you can
We-
do that with Forsyth right now.
Because you have to lock this down to keep it contained.
You're preaching to the choir, Skibba.
Right now we need
What
to.
can we do to do?
We need to deal with the situation in the medical corridor, and then we need to get you guys rearmed.
Wait,
these
so
these guys
we
aren't fighters.
Yeah, I'm not.
They don't need to be involved.
I'm better with technology, watching things. Fighting isn't my forte.
How about you, Bowser?
I can handle my own.
And you, Sean?
I'm just here.
Just here. I imagine the pills and the sleep dep and all of it have definitely kicked in at this point.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is real? Probably.
Right. Yeah, at this
Yeah.
point, definitely like, is this just a really fucked up dream? What is
That, and
happening?
I'm not really listening, so I'm just like,
Is that kind of what's going on in your head right now? Yeah.
yeah.
So
Sean had anxiety and medication. I don't think that's the best idea.
in fact, he says, "Wait, let me check something." Right, and he pushes some buttons on a chest and opens it up, and he goes, "Thank God." Right, and there are 3 firearms inside Glock 9mm, with 3 magazines each. Well, with enough for 3 magazines each.
Nice.
Yes, please.
And 17 bullets are in the one magazine.
Yep, they're all super extended standard issue.
Yeah,
mags,
for
you
real.
know,
It's a police issue.
Right.
That's common.
Oh yeah, 17, really?
Yeah, they're double
Yep.
stacked.
I
So
would have
they-
thought it would have been like 12, man.
They're fat, but
No,
they
no,
don't
9
take up as much
millimeters.
room.
Yeah, you get a lot in there.
You see, this is why it's good to have gun folks on the show. But
Yeah,
all right,
till he dies.
well until
He
you die.
dies.
But who is going to take a Glock 9mm? Obviously, Skibba and Bowser are going to get one, but they're going to leave one here for either Mary or Sean. Mary, you have more experience with firearms.
Yeah.
All right, so.
I still have one.
Oh yeah, that's used well. Are you just gonna be like, "Hey buddy, I'm cool"?
No, I think I'll.
Keep that for a rainy day.
Yeah, I'll keep it with me.
Yeah, we
Sean,
yeah, we
you're
got that
kind of
on
high
lock.
right now. I don't really want you
Yeah.
pointing a gun at anything.
Right.
Just
yeah.
stay with me.
I'm not even listening. I'm just like,
Just stay next to me.
yeah, I'm dope.
And
So,
we'll be good.
I mean, you ladies can stay down here, but I would have to put you in a cell.
No, I think
honestly,
If you want to stick with us, you can, but
I think from
I
now
think it's
on.
gonna be safer.
groups are always safer. But I just worry for you.
No, I mean, it's
Yeah, no,
standard
I do
operating
too.
procedure to split the party. I mean, it's right here in the ship security manifest. Everybody takes a banana with them, and they go to the darkest corner they can find. You know? That's the, this isn't
I
a
am
comedy
not-
stream. This isn't funny. This is serious. Y'all are fucked.
No, Kirkman, I think we're done being split up. I think we're gonna stick together.
Okay.
That works for me. Strength in numbers. Just keep your eyes on everybody.
Okay. Back would be nice for me. I'm not fast. I have the power wheels, but
That's fine.
Can I
Okay.
push you?
yeah, it's fine.
All right. I'll get
I
behind the wheel
have
here.
my backpack, my my main backpack,
Right.
basically. But
All
no more
right.
than that. I don't think I shouldn't be encumbered. What I remember. Yeah, I'm
Always,
fine.
always and forever a bad idea.
Always. Doesn't matter.
Kirkman, is there a full complement of whatever the word is?
A full complement of, yeah, definitely, 100%, whatever the word is.
Damn it. I am having a stroke here.
Mm-hmm.
You know the little lifeboats, huh?
Yeah.
How about lifeboats?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough lifeboats for everybody on the ship, yeah.
Well, doesn't it maybe make sense to evacuate the ship?
Have you seen the chop outside right now?
Not with the storm.
I think we should keep that in
I've been
mind,
below
but
deck.
I think we should make that a worst case scenario kind of deal. We're definitely safer on the ship. And if, as you guys have said, there is something going on the mainland, those things aren't exactly, long-term powered through gale force winds, right? There's no telling where we would wash up if we even made it to shore at all before we ran out of provisions. If you think something's really going on out there, there's no guarantee anybody's coming for us at all.
Fair enough.
Just as a game plan, so no one is has a different idea of what we need to do with the infected. I understand trying to keep the living, but we've seen it before that the bites infect the person. What do we do if we see a living person with an infected bite?
I mean, we've got to quarantine them.
Put them in the room. Tell them not to move.
That's 100% what has to be done. We don't have enough guards to lock down everybody. But
Do you
I
have
mean,
a place?
But if they don't know and they're not aware,
let's just deal with the immediate threat.
yes.
And then we will go about sequestering the people we can get in one of the auditoriums. That'll probably be the safest place. There's just 2 entrances in or out. There's the whole stage. There's tons of reclining seating. We can hold up there for a while, worst case scenario. But first we need to deal with what's going on here.
No, I understand. And I think it might be if we do have someone that passes, to immediately do an attack on the head.
I mean, given what I've seen, yeah, no, if you see somebody that seems like they shouldn't be walking, the head seems to be the way to do it.
Well, no, but I mean, if we see someone pass, like, as we're going through in the hallway, like, let's say someone's attacking it, and we know it's dead right away. We need to dispatch it before it starts moving.
That's fucking gruesome, lady.
I've been through a lot of shit, okay?
She ain't wrong.
Why don't we cross that bridge when we get there?
Yeah. I don't want to be shooting living people up.
I'm not a medical professional. I can't We'll see.
I have limited medical knowledge.
The elevator is now going up.
Alright, I'm making sure everything's locked, loaded, ready to go.
Oh yeah, you go in the hall. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Never mind. There we go.
Wrong one. I'm not shooting the wall yet.
Yep, it works.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay.
works.
I don't know why your pistols make revolver noises, but there we go. There's.
Okay.
Oh, and
There it
shotgun
is.
noises. Yeah, everybody's.
I'm most used to rifles, so like,
everybody's
this is a lot lighter.
locked and
Right.
loaded.
Yeah.
So the elevator doors open, right, and you hear just cacophony of screaming and combat-related noises.
What floor are we on?
On the same floor as the infirmary.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a good thing all the bad guys are dressed in red.
Right? Yeah. No, it's Andy. It's Andy. So as the doors open, the source of the scream assails you. There's over a dozen passengers attempting to push through each other, stepping on one another, shoving people out of the way, just a mass of bodies crowding the corridor, right? And it's clear that they are trying to get away from a few of the infected people, one of which is clearly Mrs. Haynes, one of which is clearly the only female member of the crew, the good doctor.
That's canon.
That's canon.
Canon.
He said woman instead of women. It's,
Yeah. Even more of a bastard.
Yeah.
They're struggling to get through. It's a panic, right? These three of these things, right, are grabbing and biting into people, ripping huge chunks of flesh off with their teeth, right? The walls are getting sprayed with blood. People are falling over. It is hell on earth. The two of the creatures are the rest of the medical staff. One is Mrs. Haynes, and it's not a good scene. Your worst fears have pretty much been confirmed here. This is not a control and contain situation anymore. So,
yeah, does anyone look not bit?
It is hard to tell, man. A dozen people here screaming, clawing. There are definitely several people wounded. It's just a mass of panic. The far end of the corridor, carnage is just painting the walls red as these panicked passengers stampede over one another to get away from the three creatures assailing them. You watch in horror as teeth dig into soft flesh, and the arterial sprays erupt like fountains. It's a goddamn Quentin Tarantino anime, just...
Are they coming at us, or are they running?
Yeah, they are running towards you, generally.
It's not a good plan.
Not a good plan, but the elevator opened. You guys step out, the elevator is clearly...
Everybody, get in your rooms, shut the door.
Right,
Yeah, I'm getting yelled at.
there is very little, that is going to get... it's just a state of panic. Like, maybe if one of you fired one of those pay attention to me shots or something, maybe. But even then, it would be a persuasion roll at a -4 for them to all calm down and be like, hey, you know what, maybe we should listen. Oh, never mind, these fellas behind me are eating me right now, but you know what? Rational behavior, that seems like the ticket.
But guys with guns.
Right, but guys with guns. So,
Yep, gun out, drawn on the hallway.
speaking of guns, the corridors are only 2 inches wide, right? Which, as we know in Savage Worlds, is like a meter or whatever, but we use 5 feet because we're simple people, right? So, what that means is that
Got us to the moon, Will.
It did, yeah. There are... God damn it.
Sorry,
I had
know.
it too. I was in the zone.
My bad.
But
Damn.
anyone firing at the zombies in this current state hits an innocent bystander on a roll of a 1 or 2 due to the close confines of the position.
I'm okay with those odds.
So
yeah, I am too. I really don't care.
he, you know,
Once
liability.
opens up.
Kirkman is not going to open up when it's his turn the first round. He's going to try and get people to get down because he still has a responsibility. You just don't have a shot, you know. You just don't. I mean, that's what it boils down to, right? Now you can
Yeah.
fan the hammer or some shit down the hallway, right? But like, I'm just saying that you're gonna kill some people. You're gonna kill some people that maybe already weren't headed there.
Yeah, I mean they will.
Because, I mean, this is a shitty situation. Plus, if you recall, the infirmary's behind this group right now. The light behind them is flickering, right? Like, it's fucking chaos, you know? But with that established, oh, no, we're not going to do that. We are going to reset the turn order and deliver our action cards. Round comes up. Oh, my God. Only on a Joker, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, are these living dead able to roll on the initiative step above a 5. And this one just got a Joker, which means that in addition to being able to pick when he goes in the initiative order, which will be first, right? He gets a +2 to all attack rolls and, you know, all attribute rolls. It's pretty gross for a zombie, right? Or, excuse me, an infected person. Because zombies don't exist in this universe.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
crap, I got a club too.
they clearly do.
Yeah.
But, oh, why did it...
Yeah, nobody knows what a zombie is here.
Oh my goodness, it's subgroup... Uh-oh, they all move at the same initiative step, too. Bum, bum, bum!
Yeah, at least 3 of those people in there are dead.
More than likely.
The rest will be dead when I shoot them.
The first infected misses his target, thankfully. Just in the chaos, just teeth gnashing at the air right behind this fellow's head. And, oh yeah, this one's going to try and eat the lady in front of it. And again, she manages to struggle and fight it off, screaming, "What are you doing? Carl, what are you doing?" Oh, that's a lady zombie. Never mind. "What are you doing? Linda! What are you doing?" Apparently she knew the doctor, whose name was Linda.
Oh, that's the doctor. Okay.
That's the doctor, yeah, the one in front there. I know, it's hard to tell. They're all covered in gore. They look very similar at this point, but... And then, Living Dead Shambler number 3, aka Infected Lady, is also going to miss because they are not skilled. Male passengers get to go now. And this one is free, and he is going to attempt an opposed strength roll to shove past both the mics. Mics, give me a strength roll.
Brick wall, baby.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, he slams into you and he goes, "You gotta let me through! You gotta let me through!" Which also
Get down on the ground. Get
further
down.
obstructs your shot. Give me a intimidate roll.
With a +2 because you have a...
Can I use
pistol in your hand.
persuasion?
I mean, this seems like more of an intimidate than a persuasion situation,
Okay.
but I will let you get a +2 because you are currently pointing a gun, you know, in his general vicinity.
It's unskilled, so...
Oh no.
Well, and you get the negative because you're mild-mannered, too, which is rough,
Yeah. I know what I'm doing next round. For this round.
He is going to further obstruct your shot, meaning that since he's standing in front of you, Skiba, you hit an innocent bystander on a 1, 2, or 3.
Well, that's okay. I ain't doing from there anyway.
Alright. Male passenger number 2 is going to attempt to flee, but as we all know, that sparks attack of opportunity. So he is going to have to face tank 2 there to get through. But fortunately, they're fairly distracted at this point, eating and who not, as it were. Uh-oh.
Hey.
I say, but the first one manages to get a hold of him and attempts to sink her teeth into the side of his neck and snaps close, the teeth grazing the skin, but not quite breaking it. You know, he might have a bruise there, but regardless, the situation's got him #shook. So, the second bite is probably, you know, yikes. Both of these zombies having aced their rolls.
Oh no.
Oh, but he manages to remain only #shook. The zombies threading through. He's not able to fight the way free due to the shaken state. One of them's got him tangled up and he's stuck there in the hallway currently. But is not dead yet. Which is, you know, that's good.
These sound effects, man.
They are wonderful and ridiculous.
It's hard to get a group of panicked people without it being a little comical, especially when it's like, you know, this would have happened over like 20 seconds, right? So you go, all right, there, blam, blam, blam. But it's gone on for like 12 minutes now, right?
I just want one of the people to just yell, "Ah, my leg!" or "Ah, my
Right.
It's like the that scene from Austin Powers when he runs that dude over.
Yeah,
No,
I'm still alive.
they're coming. Yeah. All right. Male passenger number 3 is well, he's SOL. So he's just gonna punch at the zombie next to him, undead, infected, next to him, and just swings and just catches nothing but ratty hair. Like.
Yeah, if that dude's alive at the end of this.
Right. Right. It's because there is a god in this universe.
Right.
Sean.
How long am I staying shaken?
Wait.
From that
You're not.
fear.
Oh. Yeah. Actually,
yeah.
has it been an hour?
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
talking for a while.
No. Yeah. It's been an hour. You don't have to immediately flee,
Okay.
so you're still good.
Okay.
And also, that means you are no longer vulnerable, Mary.
Yay!
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I really don't want to die yet.
Right. All right. Sean.
But I'm still.
You have a club?
I'm assuming I'm. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just gonna hang out like fuck this.
Yeah.
That you
I'm
just
also
saw
just-
this guy slam
What's
panicked
going
into
on?
Skibba, who's right in front of you, right? Like,
Yeah.
and he's wrestling, and they're trying to contain the situation, and you can peer past them down this corridor with the flickering light, and you can just see blood and just people panicking, and the light goes out for a second, and it's a flash of teeth, and then the light goes on again, and there's a splurt of blood, and somebody falls, like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of hang back until I just kind of watch our 6 a little too.
Yeah, until you have to do something. That makes sense.
Yeah. It's my turn.
Skibba.
I yelled back to them. I was like, "Somebody hold the elevator."
Oh, that makes sense. Somebody wanted to keep that door open.
Okay.
Is that your job, Sean? Are you just gonna put your foot
I'll
in the
go
door?
do that. Yeah.
All right, that'll keep it from coming up and down. You're not gonna get anybody coming up
Mhm.
behind you. You have a quick exit.
Exactly. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
and-
Excellent.
This guy in front of me, I'm doing a quick once over, just real quick. Do I notice any bites or injuries on him?
No.
I shove him behind me and let him keep running.
Yeah, he is going to bowl into Sean and push her. I need an opposed strength roll. Sean.
All right.
And I'm just gonna use yours because you have the same strength as him. All right, excellent.
Hey.
You managed to keep him from shoving you out of the way and getting into the elevator. You push him down, and he starts to get a little hysterical. You know, he's like, "You gotta let me out of here. Why are you trying to keep me here? You gotta let me out of here. Oh God, you guys gotta get out of here."
Just stay here with us. They'll take care of you.
Well, you won the strength roll, so he's gonna tell you to go fuck yourself,
Yeah.
but he's still prone. Like, are you waving your club at him?
No, I'm just
No, just being
standing
casual.
in the door. Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Skibba.
Yeah.
Skibba.
So
Bro.
I've got my gun out, and I
Yeah.
don't want to shoot the Shambler number 2. I'm going to try to shoot the one on the left-hand side where there's a clear line of shot.
Still a 1 or a 2, I'm afraid.
All right, let's see. I've got that.
And if it's a called shot, if you're trying to headshot the person, I mean, there's all that too.
Yeah, I am, and I'm trying to see what the trademark weapon does for me. When using, I add +1 to shooting rolls.
Yep. And
So let's
+1
see.
to parry.
Your headshot, yeah. +1 to
Yeah.
parry if it's melee, I think.
It says even if you're using a range, your
Oh, shit,
favorite
really?
When
weapon.
you
It's good to know.
when using my unique weapon, he adds +1 to his athletics, fighting, or shooting rolls, and +1 to parry when readied, even if it's a ranged weapon.
Nice. Okay. Well, we will have to math that out, but you're gonna take the shot.
Yeah, so -3 to the roll.
-3, and the final total, if it's a 1 or a 2, is what we're doing here. So,
Okay, so it's not if we roll a 2.
well, that too, because your total will be a 2, but with the modifiers.
Unless you ace or something.
Right.
Oh shit!
You miss, but you rolled a 0. So, you know what? No, just on an actual roll of a 1 or 2. Screw that. That's too much. You're a law enforcement official.
That's why I picked that one.
Shot rings off and everybody panics. Bullet hits the wall beside the infected individual you were shooting at. And again, I mean, this is a 10-foot wide corridor, right? And you've just lit off a 9mm round in here. And I mean, people are, freaking out, echoing. Oh, go ahead.
I also told the passenger in front of me to get behind. Get behind me.
She very well may do that at this point, but the firearm has added a new element of terror to the situation. It's not a calming effect. You blat shooting one of these people or trying to, Bowser.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stay right here.
Just chill. Makes sense to me. Female passengers are up. This one has managed to get behind the pack and is going to peel this way. Skibba, give me a notice roll at a -2, given the chaos and lighting sitch.
Right, -2.
You can tell that she is wounded on the calf, but you cannot tell the nature of the injury, and she is fleeing the other side.
Alright, that's the one to my left or the one in front of me?
It's this gal right here at the very end. The infected people have moved in front of her. Oh, you don't? What? Can you scroll the mouse?
My map. It's making it go.
Middle mouse button, hold the middle mouse button.
Or
Yeah, I see that.
if you look at the bottom of the map, there's like a arrow.
Can you see her now?
Hold that and drag. You can actually look at how
I've
it
got
goes.
her.
All
I'm
right,
just losing
excellent.
the
Yeah,
bottom.
Yeah.
perfect. But yeah, she is fleeing. Looks like she has a shot at getting away too, despite the limp that she's got going on. This lady is going to attempt to do just as you said and get behind you, but it is going to provoke an attack from the infected behind her.
Oof.
Man.
That would be absolutely terrifying. Get behind me and then...
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally the scene here. And she's not going to be able to go anywhere because the thing has her wrapped up. It's fallen forward around her and has its arms wrapped about her waist at this point. Its face planted
Oh, so
squarely
it doesn't
against
have
her
to
back.
grapple us?
It doesn't have to grapple non-wild cards.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, when they gang up, when you get more than one of them on you, they might as well not have to. It gets stupid real fast.
Oh yeah, of course.
But
Yeah, just don't get close enough to figure
Oh
out
no,
if
I
they
won't.
need to.
I'm not going to.
Yeah,
lady
male passenger number 3 screwed.
taken
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well, I mean, both these gals are likely. Well, both these fellas here are
Hashtag
likely
fuck.
screwed there. Yeah. But Kirkman is gonna go, and he is going to move up and get himself situated right there and try and help the fellow that was knocked down against the wall. I don't know why this female passenger has a different initiative step, or where she is for that matter. Which one is you? Huh. Why is she... That's weird. Does it put her
It counted
red?
2 as your, like, because the one female passenger that you just did included 3 and 4.
Yeah, I know, but then it has a separate female passenger bracketed out here who isn't on the map, so she doesn't exist. Poof. Yay, Mary.
Alright, I'm going to get my gun out, shoot in the air, and say, get on the fucking ground!
Alright, give
That's
me
fine.
an intimidation roll at flat dice
I
because it's
don't
between
have
you.
intimidation, but I do have persuasion.
It's an intimidation roll. You are not persuaded. You are blam. Get on the fucking ground is not. And I'm sorry, there is no way to frame that
Even a hard one?
under the pretense a hard Oh yeah, hard persuasion. I remember that from the rulebook. No, that's intimidation. I'm afraid. But
Okay.
you don't get any negatives that you would have from them being distracted by the terror because you are now a lady in a wheelchair that just fired around absent-mindedly into the ceiling. I hope nobody's on the floor above. And
Yeah,
blood.
see, if you would have said
Blood
please,
drips
that would have been
down,
persuasion.
right?
Yeah, but no one's gonna listen to that. Okay, so unskilled said? Alright. I'm just too pissed at them. I'm just like, these fuckers.
Yeah, no, they're not. I mean, they are not feeling it. They are. You fired a shot into the air, expending one of your precious bullets.
I'll count it.
But
Well, if they die, they die.
yeah.
That's all I can.
Why is every like fifth one super quiet? I don't know. There, yeah. Everybody get on the fucking ground. Fuck you, lady. Not even that. I mean,
Apparently.
it's just chaos, you know.
Yeah. Idiots.
All right, next up.
I'm waiting for it to figure itself out and then shoot whoever's left.
Right.
That's my game plan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Kibba, you got it, Sean. Don't worry. We're 2/3 of the way through.
Alright, so there is one right on top of the lady in front of me. So
Yep.
I am going to call that shot and shoot her off of her.
You're gonna like. So, the one behind her has her wrapped about the waist. Her face is pressed right into the small of the lady's back. Are you like reaching around and gonna plug her in the head?
Yep.
Alright, I'll let you do that at a -2 instead of the normal -4 because it is currently fairly immobile.
So would it be -1 since I get a +1?
Yes, it would. Don't roll a 1 or a 2.
Alright. Oh, I'm clear. There we go.
Man, you fire one off, but it just
Does it count as group?
it does
she's
not.
wrapped up?
No,
Ah,
no, they
I
are.
thought she got the grappled effect too.
They are neutral. They are not NPCs. Yeah.
Would she have the grappled effect too?
I'm
I'm just reaching. I'm reaching.
You really are. No, let's carry.
I only need one more.
Right. But it is the female passenger's turn. Female passenger number 2 makes it around a corner, leaving a trail of blood behind her. Female passenger number 3, the lady in front of you, just cannot get rid of this person hanging off of her. And is now, like, pleading with you, please, oh God, help me. Ears ringing from the shot you just fired, like, blat behind her. God damn it. Alright. Female passenger number 4 is going to make it to the safety of Sean by the elevator. And turn around, panicked looking. She is also unwounded.
Okay, she gonna try and put her? The other guy?
No, she's not. No, he was panicking. She's just kind of shell-shocked.
Okay.
Kirkman's gonna slip past the shaken fellow there and try and point blank take a shot at the lady hanging on to Gal. He will also just get a -2. Circumstantial.
He should have group bonus.
It'll automatically do it. Well, I don't know. I don't think you're next.
Melee is the only thing you get a group bonus for, I think. I don't think you get it for
That would
range
make
weapons.
sense. Yikes. So, he rolled a 2, and his trait roll was a natural 1. So
He shot that lady.
he fires the shot. It enters just above her hip, right? And let's see what it does.
9mm takes her leg off somehow.
No,
You should have gotten on the ground.
it blasted right through one of her kidneys, I'm afraid.
Wow.
And there is no
Ooh. Oh, there's that screen.
she
Yeah,
crumples, and the infected person immediately starts chewing on her, ignoring you guys for a moment.
Well, that's good.
Kirkman
Yeah,
is
that's good.
mortified and finds himself shaken. Just killed that lady. The male passenger is going to attempt to shove past you again, Sean. Let me out of here, lady!
Hit him with the stick.
Do I need to do a snow strength?
Pose strength, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
He gets you that time, man, by 1 point. He shoves past you. He briefly tries to wrestle away your baton, but then shoves you away and starts hammering on the closed elevator door.
Alright, well, I'm gonna keep my arm and foot.
Alright, he is going to
Slide
try
my
and punch
body
you.
between it. Jesus.
What's a fucking idiot?
And, I mean, in his panic, whiffs broadly.
That sucks.
But, he's clearly going to be a problem at this point. Which
For a
makes
moment.
sense. Oh, not all of them, just that dude. God damn it. Alright, at any rate. Still shaking, this fellow. I mean, it's just an abattoir. Never seen anything like this before. He doesn't know where his fiance is. People are eating people. This fellow is going to try and swing on the sick lady next to him again.
He's gonna survive it now.
And whiffs yet again. Punches the wall, actually.
He did. He did.
He is so dead.
Sean,
He's Mike Skibbit dead.
Yeah,
this fellow's trying to fight you right now to get this elevator closed. He's grabbing your hand, trying to move it. You have no choice, really, but to hit him.
Boop him. Really hard.
try and throw him to, like, just grab his arm and throw him away from the...
And throw him.
From the elevator? Well, pull him, you know, like...
Well, yeah, you can give me an
grab his arm
opposed
and,
strength roll.
throw him that way.
Mhm. Does not have great strength. Yeah, you drag him out of the elevator. But he is clearly squaring up now. He's gonna fight you.
Well, I'm trying to knock him prone. I should have said that.
Oh, you're trying to
pull him to the ground? Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to hit him with the stick if you want to do that.
Okay.
And
I'm
in
not
this
gonna do
situation,
that,
right, so I want you to stop and think for a moment, right? I know that Sean McCree doesn't go around hitting people with sticks, right? It's not your gut reaction, it's not, but this is an outrageous circumstance. For all you know, he's infected, he's attacking you right now, you know?
Yeah.
I think this scenario might be one in which you would very, with great hesitance, hit him with the stick like 3 or 4 times, you know? Like, you gotta settle down! But you know you. So if you do want to attempt to wrestle him
I
to the
think
ground.
I'd actually just try and kick him. I wouldn't try and.
Alright, well,
I'm
give
not.
me give me an attack roll. Just a normal fighting or
All
unskilled
right,
in your
all
case.
right. An unarmed attack, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Let me drag that over him. I'm not sure what his parry is. Oh, you hit him. You kicked him square in the, yarbles, I'm assuming. Is this just a nut kick?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just be like, stop, get down.
Right. Normally that's a called shot because it does extra damage, but we'll let you have
Okay.
it. Situationally,
Well, I'm
he
just
wasn't
trying
blocking.
to. Yeah, I'm just.
So yeah, go ahead, kick him in the
Okay.
nuts. Let's see the damage.
All right.
Nice.
I didn't roll it
Yes.
over them, but.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Hit
that'll
him
do
in the
it.
cojones.
He is not too. Oh no, he is shaking though. You drop him to his
Okay.
knees, and he reaches down, grabs his boys, and falls over to the floor. Just oh god.
Get down! Stop!
No, he down. He down. Don't worry,
I
you did it.
know.
He's
Stay down.
he's down. He's not gonna get up for a couple of rounds. Don't worry. Yeah, he
Oh
will.
yeah.
In fact, let's see how many rounds he's down for here. He is down for 3 rounds. Yeah, no, you squared him right in the twig and berries there. Good job, Sean.
Yeah.
Everybody, congratulate Sean for her first act of violence.
Congratulations.
Alright, 5 hours in,
Yay.
Sean has finally hit somebody.
When in doubt.
And she really did want to, too. I admire how little she wanted to hit that dude. Sorry, I haven't been looking at my chat log. What is up? I am terrible at this. Why is there still... Oh, there we go. Alright. So, Sean has kicked this guy in the nuts. There are still zombies everywhere. Bowser. Kirkman literally just kidney shot the gal in front of you, and she crumpled, clearly bleeding out right now. Zombie is, infected persons, right? Currently biting at her, but you got a clear shot now. I mean, you know.
Are the doors on the right and left open, or are they closed?
They are closed, but could be opened.
Okay.
Or at
So-
least attempted to be open.
Who do you say I have a clear shot at?
This is, oh shit, Bowser and Skipper, the hour is getting at me. You could, move to, like, right here, and you would only hit somebody in front of you on a shot of a 1 against, the gal number 2 there.
And if I
number
hit
2.
someone, it's going to be that male passenger guy?
Male passenger
he-
guy, Kirkman, or Skibba, depending on the dice.
Yeah, I'll stay where I'm at then.
Roger, roger.
Male passenger guy, you know, cares about him.
Is he gonna
Shambler.
move?
Well, he's stunned.
Yeah.
Oh, it's shaking means stunned?
Yeah, he can't move. He's got to unroll. He's got to ace or he's got to succeed in a vigor roll to become unshaken, and so far he has not. And I'm certainly not going to spend a penny on him. That doesn't make sense. Oh man, gang up bonus is hitting hard
He
there.
did.
And he gets attacked, and will this be a bite that pierces? Oh, lordy, lordy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, the
Dead.
gal behind him latches just real deep into the side of his neck, and you can see the elasticity of the tissue. For just a second, it looks like it's gonna hold, and then there's a wet tearing noise as it gives way. And his jugular is clearly severed. I mean, it's gouts of blood. He starts gurgling and choking, drowning on his own fluid, his eyes fixing on a distant point in the horizon as he's dragged to the floor and begins to become consumed. Hey, that's gonna happen to y'all someday.
No, it's not.
boy.
We're gonna do great.
Not this
But
guy.
Today,
I will be
well.
fine.
This fellow is going to attempt to bite Kirkman. And Kirkman
Oh, he was eating
he's a
the
wild
body in
card.
front of her.
Huh? Yeah, you know, it's a fresh distraction, right? You get the meat, and then you look up and you go, oh, new meat, right? They are single-minded in their pursuit of new meats. What's up, Drogo? And welcome everybody else to the stream, all 11 of you. You are fantastic people for being here. Feel free to introduce yourselves in the chat. We don't bite. But this is a sticky widget, isn't it, guys? Because she is going to have to attempt her opposed strength roll against Kirkman, as he is a wild card and will require proper grappling. And he's pretty strong. Oh yeah, he's strong enough that he manages to keep her off despite his shaken condition.
Very close.
You're rooting for Kirkman? I don't know, man. I don't know.
We need Kirkman.
If Kirkman dies, I can kill that rich guy.
That's
all I'm
true.
saying.
That's true. This one is going to attempt the opposed strength roll as well against Kirkman. Coming in hot. Come on, Kirky, you can do. Oh, Lord of mercy. And she ties him up. Fighting off multiples at the same time is too much. It may prove to be a fatal miscalculation. As the we already did that. No, don't do it against yourself. There we go. Oh, Lordy.
Can you spend a penny?
Oh, I can.
And you should.
Oh, should I?
Mm-hmm.
You should.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, audience. Do me a favor. Give me a yay or nay. We're gonna take 1 minute here, right? And the yays or the nays have it. Do I spend a Benny to keep the head of security from being
The only beacon of light. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
All right,
like,
Drogo
that is
says
our
spend
plot
the
point.
Benny. Who else here? Who else here? Well, yeah, that's one vote there. We got anybody else?
Well, Drogo voted 3 times, so.
Well, he doesn't get to
Yes.
vote 3 times.
Yeah,
He gets the one
exactly.
vote. Let's hear from the chat. Do we save Kirkman? Well, it's not even save Kirkman. It's do we give Kirkman a bigger role?
Right, do we give him a chance?
All right, that's 2 yays. I'm going to let you guys... We'll see here. All right, so Kirkman is going to spend a Benny to soak.
You know, Sean, you'll get a gun if Kirkman dies.
That's true. And you know how much Sean wants a gun, right?
I don't want a gun.
All right,
I want a bat, a
Kirkman.
baseball bat.
Bigger roll from the Kirks.
That's gonna be my.
Oh,
gun.
yeah. Not only is he not wounded, but he is no longer shaken because he did not only succeed, but he aced his roll there. So he is in fighting form. That snapped him into shape. Oh, Jesus, that was too close.
Thank you, chat.
He says, yes, thank you,
Light
chat,
flashed
for
before his eyes.
making this way less interesting. I mean,
There's enough death going on.
Yeah.
that's you.
We kind of need our plot point guy.
It's in the
Skip was gonna die
title.
and he said that.
It's in the title. Dead is better. I'm just saying. You guys knew what you were getting into. Mary,
No.
you see this guy that just got nut shot by Sean. Dropped. He's right next to you. You know, spittle coming out. Just.
Okay.
Shoot him.
I'm going to point the gun at him,
You're gonna point the gun at him?
and I am going to say, "Sir, I need you to stay on the ground and not do anything. Can you make that happen?"
I mean, he's like you could have the gun up his butt at this point, and I don't think he would really. He's in another place currently.
He's crying.
I know. I'm just gonna say that. Well, if you get up, that's what's gonna happen. And then I'm going to just move across here. And I don't have a direct shot.
No, definitely not from there.
Yeah, so I would like to use my turn to spend like a notice check to see if there's anything coming down the hallway.
Yeah, by all means.
Just so I can watch and tell the people that are up front. So, notice. A 15.
Yeah, no, this looks like what's happening right now. Most people have evacuated, the sound of the conflict. There's several bodies on the floor. What you have on the map appears to be the scene.
Alright, then, yeah, I'm just gonna wait, and if one comes within range that I would be able to get a shot.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. For sure.
But I do not have as much confidence in myself.
They got jokered again, guys.
Oh, those fuckers.
I shit you not.
Oh, wait, but Kirkman's not shaking anymore, right?
He's not shaking anymore, but
he's about to be.
He's about to be.
They got jokered. They got jokered, I'm afraid. That's rough. That's oof.
Wow.
Alright. Oh, yeah, and I can remove the shaking. That is a good call there. Let's do that.
Yeah.
From him.
Come on, Kirkman.
No, he's dead. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there's 3 of them, and they all get to go.
And they all get the pluses to their rolls, too. Oh, but this one here is just gonna crowd on in, that's all. Sounds of flesh just slapping there. It's a horrific scene. You got, oh no, strength roll, that's right. Versus his D8. Alright, he nails it. She does not manage to snatch him up. This one here is going to attempt a strength roll. 3 versus 8. Yikes, she gets him.
Is Kirkman a wild card?
He is a wild card. Oh, I should be rolling his strength proper, shouldn't I? You're right. She still gets him. Alright, and here comes the teeth gnashing. Implacable foes that they are. Oh, man.
Okay.
God damn it.
Burn a Benny, burn a Benny, burn a Benny.
I will let one of you nobly sacrifice one of your bennies.
I will sacrifice one.
Alright, let's spend that Benny and let's get Kirkman's vigor roll. 5 here, wound, and then get the vigor roll. And he got a 4, so he is shaken, but unwounded.
Okay, good.
Barely, only just. Hey, but look at that. That's the end of the infected this turn. Bowser.
And those doors are closed and latched, right?
Yep. Well, closed at least. I mean, you'd have to try them to see if they were latched.
They appear to be all the way closed, though.
Yes.
Okay. Well, since it's getting real up there, I will approach and hopefully have a decent shot at that first one on the right there.
Yeah, I would say you only hit an innocent bystander on a 1.
Okay. Yeah, my edge doesn't come into play because I moved. But I will take a shot at this young lady.
Those screams, aren't you, Sean?
Yeah. I'm just like...
It's just so ridiculous.
Man, it's a good thing I said only on a 1, huh? Because you almost shot Skipper there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you fire into the crowd. You know, it like skims across her shoulder, but it's not ain't gonna do a damn thing about a damn thing, I'm afraid.
No.
Alright.
Ooh, still shaking. Sean, man, I've just got to say, that was a kick for the ages. He's not doing anything right now. The fellow in the hallway is still shaking though too. It's too much. Skibba, you for the first time have a clear line of fire on the ones directly in front of you. Only on a
God, I
critical
wish I
fail
had a
will you hit an
crossbow.
innocent bystander.
I'm about to say, I ain't gonna hit a critical bystander if I just shoot straight.
All right.
All right, so -3 for headshot.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
We just lost Mike, and he screwed up the cameras. My God. There he is. Yay! You keeping us on our toes? Yeah.
Yeah, if you push the wrong on Discord.
Oh, it's true. If you hit the hang up, it hangs up. That's
Yeah.
a good take.
More you know.
All right, Skibba, let's get this shot. -3. Bam! No, nothing. Echoes through the corridor.
All right, I am going to start. Can I reach out and grab the shaken guy, the citizen, and start? And I'm going to try to back up and
Hold him up there.
Yeah, give me an athletics roll to move half your movement backwards, hauling the guy. All right, yeah. So like, yeah.
My pace is 5, so I can move 3.
Yeah, I'll give you there with him, yeah. He is glad to be pulled out of the fray. No telling if he has any injuries on him yet. There's lots of blood. Kirkman is critically failed on his shake. I mean, he killed that woman. He killed her.
Oh no!
God damn it!
He shot that woman in the
We're
kidney.
In war. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, but I mean, being in a war is a little different than, hey, I shot this innocent 42-year-old Asian woman, right? Like that's,
Right.
You know.
In the hallway.
In the hallway, on my job. Technically, my job is to not shoot the 42-year-old Asian woman.
I guess I'm just a. I guess I'm just too much of a tough.
Too tough. You're like, yeah, fuck her. That's what she gets. Female passenger number 4 is just
I'm
sobbing.
Sorry. I
Too
swear
grizzled.
I'm not chaotic evil. I swear.
Mary, give me a notice roll.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa, bro.
Stop biting me, bro.
You notice out of the corner of your eye, old homeboy on the floor cupping his nuts, his eyeing your piece.
Give him some of it.
Yeah, give him 1/17 of it. Yeah.
I am going to hold my action. If he comes for me, I'm gonna shoot him.
Roger, makes sense. Well, he ain't gonna do it this round, cause he's, or maybe even next round, or shit, maybe the round after that, cause of Sean's good old-fashioned nut abusing. Speaking of Sean nut abuser McCree, it's your turn again. What are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna curb stomp him. No, I'm just kidding.
This scenario has awakened something dark in me. I said put your mouth on the curb! Yeah, there isn't even a curb! You're trying to figure out how to make the elevator go down just 8 inches, see?
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a notice roll, Sean?
Alright.
Come on, Sean. Yeah, there you go.
Looks good.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
also,
so I am gonna curb stomp him.
you also notice that he's, you know, he's like, oh, my balls, and then, like, his eyes are on Mary's gun.
So he's like on the ground, obviously, right?
Yeah, fetal
He's
position,
prone.
hands on the balls, right? Still clearly in pain, but he is paying a little too much attention to her piece.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like, shit. If I move, he might take a lunge for the door.
You have to stay where you are. I've got
Yeah.
some help.
I'm gonna kick him again.
All right, give me an
No.
attack roll, and he's prone, so do it at a +2.
Yeah. We're not just doing a nut kick, we're doing a nut crunch. Come on, do it. You got this. You got this. You got
Jesus
Damn.
Christ!
You can never have children.
Goal! All right, let's roll the damage,
down the
Sean.
hallway.
You are panicked, right? It's the pills. You're in a dissociative
I
state.
guess.
Let's get the damage on him.
I'm like almost robo tripping right now. I'm just
Make sure you drag it over him specifically, because it'll give you all the
Mhm.
hit with a raise bonus. Because I'm pretty sure you just killed this guy.
It's non-lethal damage.
Oh, that's true.
My fuck.
Oh my lord! So that was supposed to be non-lethal damage. Good lord, yeah, no.
You did.
So Sean,
You're
you
hurting
see
your
him looking at the gun, and in your panic, you soccer kick him straight in the jaw. And I mean, his head racks against the wall, and it's lights out. His arms do that thing, you know, when somebody takes severe head trauma, where they start to like pose up a little. Yeah, no, he's not. He is definitely not an issue anymore. So congratulations.
I'm gonna give a thumbs up to Sean.
Yeah, except I'm just like I'm mentally like I just killed somebody.
Oh, old boy's probably gonna wear a helmet for the rest of his life if he gets out of this. Yeah, no, you. We're gonna have to add that to your list of flappy arms crimes. Holy shit!
Jesus.
It was like watching the World Cup.
God.
No, you went to town on old boy. He is unconscious. Like,
Knocked him down with a nut kick, and then
So
he's
he
not
gets-
dead, right?
he gets-
He's not dead. Is he dead?
I
Or
mean,
is he unconscious?
he
do
probably
you-
wishes he was.
do you have like?
No,
I mean, you're gonna need the monitoring. I mean, you can't tell at this. He's making weird noises. He's doing. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen anybody like take a really hard hit to the head,
No.
but
I've
like
never.
he clearly
Yeah.
is
Oh, God.
severely concussed. Just Google horrible skateboard concussion, and you'll get the idea what you did to this dude. I mean, you probably broke his
Man.
jaw, and you have certainly traumatically injured his brain. Yeah, and you were just
Oh, I'm
panicked.
too
It
slow
makes
down.
sense.
He's better off dead.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
and he wasn't bit, so he won't turn, right?
I guess, but he will die from that concussion and or head trauma.
Yeah, so you probably just murdered a dude. No big deal. Congratulations,
No
but.
big deal. We're just,
It was a
this
moment
is
of
an
panic,
infected
and he
populace.
was a threat. He was a threat. Now, am I going to make you have to think about this later on if you survive? Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. 100%. But yeah, you
I'm
just
gonna-
kicked a dude as hard as you could in the face.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
Skiba
probably
first for once. Thank God.
Thank God.
Now, this fellow is down in front of you, but Kirkman is wrapped up with these fellows, so it's a 1 or 2 again.
You gotta do something.
Shoot them.
Crap. I don't know if I want to put myself back in between these or not. Yeah, I guess I will. I'm going to step in front of him
Yeah.
and kind of throw him behind me and say, get moving towards the elevator.
Yeah, the second he gets unshaken, he will definitely be on that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Kirkman better roll good this time, I swear.
He's destined to die.
No, he's not.
He's
All right,
doing
one more
gung
time.
fu.
I'll try to do the headshot to number 2.
All right. -3. Don't roll a 1 or a 2.
This isn't John Wick. You don't get that close to shoot somebody.
Finally.
Man!
What?
I
On a
just
5 I missed?
Yeah, because it's a -3, so you got a 2. So on a 2, you missed. Yeah, my dude. It's a rough shot.
Yep.
At least you didn't roll a 2, so you didn't plug Kirkman. That's good. Speaking of Kirkman, is he still shook? No, he finally comes to his senses. He's,
Yes.
You know, it took
Cartman,
him.
back out, back out, back out.
And take attacks opportunities from these infected?
No, it's
Nah,
better
he's
than
gonna
kill 'em.
fire in melee against their pathetic parry.
Yeah.
So since he is in melee with them, we're talking point blank range, it's just a -2. Just a -2 on the headshots. First shot rings out, hitting her in the face.
Ooh.
Nice.
And just grazing, coming out the side of her cheek, taking off her cheekbone and her ears hanging in a ragged flap, but didn't take out the brain, right? And she is unfazed. Well, shaken, you know, but that don't mean a damn thing about a damn thing. Oh yeah, I forgot. Every fifth one is so sad. There we go. I really hate that. And it's randomized, right? Like there's a bunch of different guns, and one of them's all, ow.
Yeah.
All right. The male passenger finally comes to his senses, stands up, and starts running down the hallway. Mary, give me a notice roll.
Yep.
Sean,
There he
try not to
is.
kick this guy into oblivion.
Right? No shit. Hunter killer.
My God.
Yeah, so you definitely got that. He is wounded.
Okay, Sean, kick that guy into
You see
oblivion.
blood. You can't tell he's wearing a long sleeve shirt, right? But there's definitely blood dripping down the back of his hand. And it's coming from him. But, oh yeah, and now it's your turn. So how do you react to that, Mary?
How would you react to that?
I mean, I know what my gut response is. Kill or be killed. I am a fight.
Mary,
It's
are
a
you
fight,
telling
flight,
me?
or
So
freeze.
wait. Now, no. Honestly,
Honestly,
we gotta stop all of this for 1 second here. All right, so you're telling me right now that you, Mary Mead, 22-year-old nanny,
yes.
right, would see that somebody was bleeding from an indeterminate wound. I mean, he could have scratched his arm on a door, some broken glass. I mean, any number of things. You're telling me right now you'd just shoot this guy in the face?
With the situation that's going on, yes.
Are you wow. All right, you heard it here first. Mary Mead, age 22,
I'm not a sociopath.
is a fucking murderer.
In
Don't
this
go on a
situation,
cruise with her, Jesus.
I would.
Are you going to shoot this guy?
I am going to shoot this guy.
Wow.
All right, everybody. It's going to be pretty clear that you just shot this guy. And you, Mary, I am going to expect you to either play this off or justify it. So you're going to, oh, the gun went off or something. Or,
No, I will justify
because
it.
I just, ugh.
I'm gonna justify it.
All right, back to the
That's me
horrifying
screaming right there.
scenario. Yeah, Mary, go ahead and
Alright.
roll an
I just
attack
saved
roll
this
against the
guy.
guy. Are you shooting him center mass or are you shooting him in the head?
Center mass.
Dude, all right, yeah, makes sense. So no called shot, just
It's a gut response. It's more of like not like thinking it out. It's like holy shit, he's bleeding, he could be bit, I could die.
let's get it, you murderer.
But I got my
Man.
hit roll was a natural one.
That's even worse.
Oh fuck.
So-
Oh shit. Don't shoot me.
No,
Shit.
she rolled a 5, right? And we're using the skill die, fortunately. You fire your gun
Okay.
at him, right? And the bullet goes right in front of him. And he stops dead in his tracks and turns to look at you and go, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And well, I mean, he's clearly hostile now. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. All right,
Damage.
Bowser. Oh, you missed him, didn't you? Yeah, you missed. Trait rolls a natural 1.
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah, that's why he didn't go, "Ow."
Oh,
You know?
okay.
No, you shot at him and missed, and he was like Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you think I'm a zombie right now? Give me that. He's gonna try and get your gun.
Do.
But
That's
Bowser,
fine. It's what I would do in that situation.
you would just shoot Kirkman on a 1 at this point, because he is not tied up with them.
Well, what do I see when I glance behind me at this gunshot?
You see, Mary holding a gun, and, this fellow, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like just
angrily, or like, don't fucking shoot me?
like,
Yeah.
don't fucking shoot me, but also indignant. You know, he just got away from this horde of these folks, and, now this chick in a wheelchair just tried to shoot him. You know, like, I would certainly be indignant, you know? Like, are you fucking kidding me? He doesn't know anything about an infection, anything about bites. Everybody's gone crazy in his mind at this point. You folks
Right.
clearly aren't security. You just show up, start shooting. Everybody down! You know, missing shots all over the place. And now she clearly just took a pot shot at him. So yeah, no, he is displeased, is what you see for sure.
But he's not like jumping at her or.
No, I think
anything.
he's going to attempt to take her gun for sure. I mean, as I would, and that's. Are you fucking give me? You are ridiculous. That would be my reaction.
All right.
But no, he's not
what did you-
attacking her.
What did you say I would have for shooting the number 2?
Oh, if you're trying to plug him in the head, you got the -4, but you only shoot Kirkman on a 1 because he's not currently shaken from a grapple with him. So.
Okay. And since I haven't moved, I get a +1 to my.
That's
roll.
right. Mhm.
So -3, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
Come on.
Big money, big money.
Man, these headshots just make it so rough.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oof.
Shot
I'm rolling a
fires
D10
out,
over
yeah.
here.
I know, right? It's ludicrous.
I am going to retreat down the hallway.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Leave Skibba up there to get 8. That makes sense.
Hey.
Speaking of Skibba getting 8, this one still can't push her way through to snap at Kirky Kirk. So she's just going to hang out there. This one is going to give the opposed strength roll. That's a 4. That's only moderate. That's could be way worse. Where'd you go on the initiative check? There you are, Kirkman. Get your strength. Oh yeah, doesn't manage to get him at all. Fails
Good.
Okay.
terribly. Final one. Still shaking, so it's not even going to make the attempt. Still trying to orient itself after getting its face peeled off a little by a bullet there. Alright. Sean,
Alright,
you saw Mary
Okay.
try and shoot this guy. Just now.
yeah, could I see if I notice, like, blood or anything on him?
Yeah. Yeah, you can give me a normal notice roll.
Which you might think he was shot.
No, but it was.
Yeah, no,
sure.
there's clearly blood dripping off his right hand. Left hand.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell the source though.
Yeah, well, still, I'm just gonna kind of, like, step between them and be like, hey, whoa, Mary, what are you doing?
Instantly, I am gonna say he could have been injured by the zombies. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna die today.
We'll have to ask him. I'm gonna ask him, hey, where's the blood coming from? That's the gentleman.
I mean, all over the place. I need to get the fuck out of here.
All over the place, what the fuck does that mean?
I mean, he's not sure of the circumstance of his wounds himself. He was just in a melee with a dozen humans and 3 of these infected people. It's not like he's had time to take a catalog of his assorted bumps, bruises, cuts.
Yeah, that's true, and that's pretty much all I can say, right? In the 3 seconds or whatever.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you
It's
get a
like,
couple of statements.
I wanna grab his arm and look, try and look where the blood came from.
Oh yeah,
but-
post strength rolls. He's gonna be real hesitant
Okay.
to let you snatch him up in this circumstance. This gal just shot at him. You're like, you know, where's the wound? Let me see your
just
wound.
kicked the
You
guy
know,
and that's
like,
into oblivion.
Right, it's
Yeah,
just
you-
weird.
You
Yeah,
just killed a gentleman next
right.
to him.
All of
No.
these are
Oh
facts.
shit!
No.
Damn. Ooh.
But your critical failure negates his trait roll of a 1. You would have done it in any other circumstance. But he
Oh,
snatches his
wow.
arm away and shoves you down, actually. You're on the ground. He says, "You people are
fuck.
fucking crazy!" And
Got that right.
he's going to head to the elevator
I'll
on
agree
his
with that.
next opportunity.
Yeah, we
And
are.
honestly, gang, not a super unreasonable position to be taking right now. Like, you've just tried to murder this dude. Like, that's rough. Female passenger number 4 is also no longer cool with being here because she saw the girl in the wheelchair, right? Try and shoot this dude, and she is gonna start edging towards the elevator herself, but not making any pronounced moves just this second. Next up, Mary's got the Joker card, so feel free to use that to murder, you fucking murder
I'm
hobo.
not gonna murder him. I'm just
Hell
gonna
on
say.
wheels.
I mean, I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Right,
But,
clearly.
Anyway.
Remind me not to take you to any shooting ranges. Jesus Christ.
As long as it's not a zombie apocalypse, I'd never point a gun at a person.
Right.
I know better. My grandpa taught me well. So. I have a +2, right?
A +2 to what? Oh, yeah, because of the Joker. And that happens automatically. You don't gotta add anything. That takes care of the math yourself. Plug for Fantasy Grounds, audience.
Hey.
And so I need to roll my run die.
Please sponsor
I
us.
only have a pace of 3, and I want to get. Can I share a space with Mike? Kinda.
Can you share what?
Share a space with Mike Bowser.
I don't think. I mean, normally I would say 2 people could squeeze next to each other, but due to you being confined to a chair, that doesn't really. You have a set, platform. I mean, you can squeeze past Mike. Like, you can go here for sure, no problem. There's enough room for you to wheel past him or whatever.
But then I can hit Skibba, and I really don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't think with your. I mean, you can roll the run die. I mean, run dice don't ace though either. So I mean.
No, I know they don't. But even if I get like 1 more, I can get a better.
Yeah, go ahead and run your run die, but also note that counts as an action, so it'll add to the negative penalty should you choose to shoot as well.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, then I'm just gonna hold the line.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Are you
stay there.
You're gonna hang out where you were, or are you gonna go?
No, I'm gonna stay next to Bowser, and I'm going to hold action to shoot if I get a clear shot.
Right, for sure. Alright, female passenger is inching into the elevator. Sean, give me a notice roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope, never mind. That trait roll. Lord of mercy.
Gets you every time.
Yep.
Oof.
The thing you notice is the elevator going ding as the doors close all the way and the lady escapes
Oh shit.
down the elevator. Skibba.
I am going to. Do I notice, like, if they're shaking, the zombies are shaking, can they move?
No. Well, now, so that's not entirely true because they can get a success on their vigor roll when their turn comes up, and then yes, they can move. But while in the shaken state, no.
All right, and with the shaken state, never mind. I'm just going to headshot number 2.
Roger that.
Eventually, it's gotta hit.
-3. The dice have been really bad tonight for you guys, honestly. I don't think we've seen.
God awful.
No,
Double
see,
digits.
I have to roll a 6 in order to hit. That's the. So that doesn't work. So I'm gonna back up to Mary.
Roger that. You can also attempt to, not to metagame too much, but you pop them in the knee, they fall over prone, right? Much easier. Then you can walk up if you get point blank to one that's on the ground, right, you're just doing a shooting roll at that point, right? Right now, you're on a swaying ship, right, in a hallway with a flickering light as these people move erratically down the corridor towards you. I think circumstantially, when you add the additional horror of the circumstance, that these dice rolls are pretty reflective. That's what I'd be doing. Shit, blat, blat, holy shit, you know? But, Sean, elevator closed behind you, lady's gone.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna press the button a few times. It's not gonna do anything, obviously, but just...
No, yeah,
So I guess it comes straight down again?
It's going down the elevator right now, yeah, so... I mean, now you've called it
Oh,
back
she's
up.
going
So,
down?
yeah, she's going down the elevator, yeah. The door
Okay.
closed behind you. She managed to escape. You were distracted by, you know, the guy convulsing on the ground that you kicked to death. You know, Mary having just fired off a deafening shot in close proximity to you at a guy that wasn't dead.
He has a wound.
Right?
I am justified.
Our retreat is now cut off.
Yeah, well, I called it back up, so hopefully
It'll be back.
But that's not
No
a
biggie.
good thing either.
Yeah, and nobody will be in it, of course, because Bowser, it's your turn.
No. Wait, I wanted to I wanted to try and
Oh.
see that guy's wound again, just like,
Oh, he's gonna
Now
square
that
up with you. You get your fucking hands off me, lady. I will knock
Listen,
you the
I'm
fuck
just- I
out.
wanna-
No, nah.
can you show me? Just pull up your
I
suit.
don't
I'm
have to
not
show
gonna
you
touch
shit. Do you see this shit behind me? Get the fuck out of my way.
Do you see this dude on the floor? What I can do to you? I'll fucking...
Alright, Sean, give me an intimidate roll at a -2. No, you know what?
Like, I'm
You
already-
did just kick this dude. Give me just a flat intimidate roll.
I've already got a -1 with my hindrance anyway, so
Yeah.
and I'm unskilled.
Oh,
so,
good lord. Yeah, I mean, you're just
You got
not...
an ace.
Alright, Sean,
Um,
I will magically
Well,
remove the -2 from that roll, allowing a success
okay.
if you right now
Alright.
give us the most intimidating way that you are capable of getting this guy to show you a wound.
I just told you. I'm like,
No.
You see
I
this
need you
guy?
to
What do you mean?
role play it right now. I'm the guy with the wound. You're trying to intimidate me. I want you to be as intimidating as you can right now. Role play. Go. Fuck you. I don't have to show you a
Okay.
goddamn thing.
do you see this fucking body on the floor, dude? I will kick you just like this guy, and make. So, do you want to end up like him?
I'm sorry.
Do you want to end up handicapped like this guy?
Oh, Sean, I just...
Almost
It's...
ballless, like.
It's...
And.
You tried so hard. Yeah, I'll let you
Seriously,
succeed.
am I not
but
very good at? That wasn't intimidating.
had you literally... Alright, so if you were like, listen to me, you motherfucker. If you want to end up like this piece of shit on the floor right now, keep flapping your fucking gums. You understand me? I will fucking kill you. Right? That would have been one thing. What you did was, you go, you see, this guy here, you'll be like him if, you know, it's a whole different...
I was stern. I didn't say that many ums or likes. I was.
That's
you
true.
see
There,
him?
there was only
You see
like
this
5
fucking on the
ums.
floor?
It was a near miracle. No,
See this fucking
I'm
on the
allowing
floor?
it, but
You
I'm
wanna
just
end up
saying,
like him?
if you and me ended up in a dark alley, right, that speech would not have been the
Oh,
one.
I wouldn't even be
that
in
would
this
never-
dark alley.
Well,
If there's
this is a
somebody else, I'm gone.
hypothetical. This is a
I'm a
hypothetical
chicken.
dark alley where people, you know, they go to intimidate each other. That's where it is, and you
want
would have
to go, bro?
definitely lost that
Nope.
intimidation
Yeah, I'm gone.
contest.
Bye.
Yeah, right. But I will, like I said, you role played it out, and so I
Alright,
will
okay,
allow a
okay.
success. He will show you the arm. There is a deep
Alright.
gash on the arm.
What is like? Is it a gash like a knife or a bite or?
It doesn't look like a bite. There's lots of blood. I mean, it's too long, you know, to really
So it's
have been
long,
a bite.
okay.
Yeah. Long,
Alright.
narrow, but deep, right? And he looks like he was cut open. It could have been on a sharp edge of something. Like,
Ooh.
it could have been any
You
number
almost
of
shot
things.
that guy, Mary.
Oh, he's gonna get tetanus.
I don't
That poor-
care.
You almost killed him,
He's
man.
got tetanus, you're right.
Right.
Shoot him.
Look, here's the thing. If he has an open wound and blood gets in the open wound, that's how infection spreads.
My God.
Saying.
Welcome, Firebird. They are tracking ammo, yes. And Mary's just wasting it left and right. She fired one into the ceiling, all
did
point break
too.
style.
Come
She tried to plug this not infected dude that has a forearm laceration. I mean, literally a couple of band-aids, he'd be right to drain. You'd be like, center mass, bitch, 3 in the thoracic vault. That makes tons of sense.
How many shots can I fire in a round?
You can fire up to 3. But
I'm going to
you
fire
take the
one.
penalty at all of them, right? So if you're trying to fire 3 called shots, right, you get the -3 for your special weapon plus the called shot, right? Plus an additional -3, right? Because every shot in the grouping adds another negative, right? So it'd be at a -6 to fire a volley of 3 at one of their heads. Which, dice-wise, you know... Wait, do you have just a D6 shooting? It's rough.
We skip it?
At any rate...
Yeah, I mean, it's agility, and I had to spend that point for...
yeah. Bowser?
I'm going to shoot this one on the right in the head.
Alright, let's see it.
It's going to happen this time.
Lots of bold proclamations this evening. Very little
Just
on
go
the
for
headshot
knee.
front.
Go for the knee.
Well,
Okay, that works.
About damn time.
but yeah,
Good.
single shot echoes out. Appears to be centered.
With a raise.
Oh.
Hey, but it's
Hey.
Did you roll 2 1s, and was it only literally the raise die that got a 5? Did you roll 7 points of damage there? Her head racks
Yeah.
back, but I mean, it must have slid off the top of her skull. It's just
Don't they get
non-penetrative.
extra, like, headshot damage?
Oh yeah, shit. Actually, you're right. I keep forgetting they get 4 extra
Sorry,
headshots. It's
I'm
just
not
that
trying to be a
none of
rules
you
lawyer.
have landed a headshot tonight, so I totally spaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get an extra
It's the first
plus
shot.
4 to that. So that is 7.
Yeah, that was one. Oh, it's not the D4?
No, it's a plus 4
Jeez.
automatic. So
Okay.
Oh. It's like,
ba-ba-ba-da, and they have a toughness of 5, which he did.
Yay!
Whew. I killed somebody.
It's dead, I guess. Yeah.
I feel so much better now.
Yeah, no, you finally. One of you is, you be a hero.
I took 3 shots to do it, but finally did.
Berkman, get back!
Yeah.
I mean, he can't. He's tied up. He says attacks the opportunity, but he is gonna try and plug
One
this.
attack.
Oh,
One attack.
well, no, he's still gonna try and plug this one here, right in front of him.
Break distance.
Yeah, if he kills that one, he can run.
Boom, plugs it. Shot rings out
I like what we're seeing. here.
right through the forehead. Why is it? You see, there's that
And
sad
plus
one
4.
again. I hate that shot. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because it is 29 points of damage. It has taken 6 wounds, which means that he has sprayed the remnants of its personality all over the tile floor behind it, and it slumps in a wet, ragged heap to the floor. Bits of its skull and brain matter ejecta, grim patina.
And we just say, fall back.
Yeah, no, he feels that
Gotta
at
wait
this
for
point.
what comes in the
He's
elevator.
definitely ready. Man, he can't escape at this point. This chick tried to shoot him. You made him, through an act of intimidation, reveal that he was wounded. I don't know. You know what?
He
He's
can't
cowed.
escape anyway
He's
because the
intimidated.
elevator's not there.
Yeah, no, he's gonna try and escape. I was wondering if he was gonna panic or not, but I think you have him sufficiently intimidated. Thanks again to your masterful intimidation chops.
Yay!
But the last shambler, well, is a shambling. Okay, what is their movement? It is really sad.
Hopefully it's not 5.
It's 4.
Sweet.
Oh my god, it's faster than I am.
Yeah, well, wasn't gonna say anything. Why can I not move this token? What the hell?
But now
The
we all
blood
get free
splatter.
shots at it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh shit!
Oh
What
no!
the hell?
Oh
Man,
no!
Fantasy Grounds go down.
Fantasy Grounds just crashed, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? It's 1 a.m. anyway. So we're gonna have to leave it at this horrific cliffhanger.
Tune in next week.
Tune in next week to see whether or not they'll clear a corridor. By the way, this was 3 infected people. I have it on good authority that the numbers climb rapidly into the double digits next week. So please stick around if you are into that sort of thing. We have 3 other shows in the week. We do East Texas University on Sundays, not this Sunday, but starting next Sunday. We have the series premiere of Tate and Miles, the Deadland Noir show, on Tuesday night, New Orleans, Louisiana Detectives. On Wednesday, we have, of course, our flagship show, the Deadlands Reloaded, which is just, it's so hot right now. Oh my. It's fantastic. If you would like to support the show, you can hit that follow button. You can subscribe for real world monies or with the Amazon Prime. You can join the Discord. You can follow us on Twitter. Right? There are tons of ways that you can help us get the word of mouth out that are just as good as cash. Just as good as cash. We really appreciate you watching tonight, and it means just a lot to us. We hope you enjoyed the show. And from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen to yourselves, may your dice always roll hot. You guys have a good night.
Good night.
Good
Night,
night.
guys.
Skibba lives.